Well, how are all of you? We're going to have a good time tonight, everyone.
Oh my gosh, get this guy out of here. Who invited him?
Look, sorry guys, I was taking a bit of a nap. My bad. Okay, let's just breathe. Everybody drop your favorite emojis in the chat.
No, you missed out, sir. It's my turn. Everybody, give me a thumbs up in the chat because doot. Okay, I can't sing.
Yeah, exactly. Favorite emojis. Welcome in our host, Nintendo Prime.
Prime and we got a heck of a show for you tonight. We'll be talking about some Pokemon rumors that apparently seem highly plausible, likely. I don't know, it has to do with the next Pokemon Legends game. Gonna be completely honest. It is a very big rumor. It's a little bit complicated. There's a lot of moving parts with it. It's coming from people who are well known to leak Pokemon things, so it's probably true given the incredible track record of these leakers, and I can't really pretend to understand any of it. Why do you think we haven't made a video on it? These leaks have been out there for a couple of days, maybe more. I don't know. I haven't made a video on it because here's the bottom line. This is unfortunately one of those areas with Nintendo that I have a bit of a blind spot. I do not know that much about Pokemon. Look, yeah, I played, Red and Blue back in the day. I loved, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which was just Red and Blue all over again. Yellow, Silver, Gold. I played Scarlet and Violet, played Legends Arceus, but here's the thing. I am not a Pokemon expert. Every time I talk about Pokemon, I sound a little bit like an idiot. And there's a reason for that. I just legitimately don't know that much about Pokemon. I probably know more than I'm letting on at the moment, but I don't know enough to really make an informative video about it. So I've been really afraid to cover these rumors because I don't really know how to cover them without sounding like I don't know what I'm talking about. Because reality is, I don't know what I'm talking about, and no amount of research makes me know what I'm talking about. That's why I heavily suggest, if you are interested in these rumors, that you go watch a video by Andres Restart covering these videos, covering these rumors, where he says these rumors seem pretty much like they're going to happen. We'll probably talk about them a little bit on our podcast tomorrow because Andres Restart is going to be on the podcast tomorrow, so why not talk about it there? But I am not the right person to talk about Pokemon rumors, so we're going to do it anyways tonight. You guys can correct me. You can tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me I'm right. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. We're just going to go with the flow. There's other stuff going on out there as well. There's things floating out there like potentially Star Wars Outcasts might be coming to the next generation Nintendo. That is like, oh, wow. It won't... I would say if it does happen, and I don't know if I'm going to go into all the details on the Star Wars Outlaws and it coming to the next generation Switch, that might be a video tomorrow. But I just want to note that there is some logic to say it's going to happen. Not only is it a 2024 game, Nintendo does like to have a third-party showcase game at launch of all of their platforms. When it was the Nintendo Switch, that was Skyrim, right? Like they were all proud to have Skyrim their day one, and that was a big point for them. And obviously later in the year they ended up having Doom as well, being a nice little follow-up showcase for Nintendo Switch. This could be one of those showcase games that is currently only coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PC. This could be one of those games that showcases what this system's actually capable of. Because if it can run Star Wars Outlaws, then in theory, there is no reason it can't run any other third-party game. So it's going to be interesting to see what's up with that. And the last thing to really bring up right now at this moment before we dive into the Pokemon stuff, warning for those out there that are worried. I don't know how many there are that are worried. Pikmin 4 has leaked. The full game is out there. The ROMs exist. People are playing it right now. No, it's not as plentiful and the leaks aren't going as nuts as like Tears of the Kingdom because obviously it's not as highly anticipated of a game like Zelda, not as popular. But Pikmin 4 has leaked. It's not surprising. It's surprising it took till today to leak. But Pikmin 4 has officially leaked. So if you're avoiding spoilers, I don't know that it's going to be that hard to avoid spoilers because it's weird. This is launch week for Pikmin 4, and I've seen next to no Pikmin 4 content on YouTube. What is going on? Where is our Pikmin 4 hype, man? What is happening? And hey, you know what? I'm partly to blame as well. Because I haven't been making Pikmin 4 content. What's wrong with me? In fact, Nintendo even gave us something to make content on yesterday and today, where they released some of the history of Pikmin and how they were looking at certain aspects to try to make Pikmin super dark, like a very dark franchise. So, I don't know. I guess I'm part of the problem. That being said, let's drop our lo-fi beat, take off the shade so I can actually see what's going on because I don't have my contacts in. And let's chit-chat about these Pokemon rumors, shall we? Much better. All right. Let's check out the chat. Let's shout out everyone who's here now that I can actually see you. So we have Alex Mellon here. Warp is here. We have member Blue Moon, member Cindy Estes Sager's here. Member and moderator Brian C is in the house. We have member Korak Seed Jr., member Crazes Koth. Member Christopher Colazzo is here. Member Danny Gallagher is here. David Tapia is here. Mast Mark is here. Member Nintendo All-Stars. Member Sky Swords Alyssa is here. Member Wrecker 1. Member Luigi's Therapist is here. We have Atomic Adam 888 is here. Flipdo is running around. Let's see, we have member Don Lewis in the house. Asmongold's Mouth is here. I don't know why Asmongold's Mouth is here. I mean, I prefer if Asmongold was here. Whatever. We have member K-Dog in the house. We have Infinite Inspiration 0 is here. Let's see, scrolling down, we have Slain is in the house. We have member Miguel Espinal is here. Member Dragon 23. That's pretty cool. Scrolling down, we have moderator Birdman Senpai up in the house. Every time I see the Senpai name, I just think of the Senpai Gaming channel. If you guys know anything about that one. Flipdo is here. See, scrolling down. Member Samuel A is here. Member Blue Moon is here. Member 419 Bungo is here. Noah Colgate. Dana St. Hilaire. Member Mr. Trumblo is here. And member the Elemento Hero, the Shadow Link Dragon Wolf King is up in the house as well. Remember, as always, we're doing shots for $5 and up with our super chats. Otherwise, let's chill. Let's turn this down just a smidge. And let's talk about some Pokemon, shall we? Let's make sure my buttons are working. I have no idea what's going on. Trying to make sure I have the right Pokemon leaks up. There's It's all over the place. Trying to follow these Pokemon leaks is just really weird. All right. So first off, we got this central leak stuff that happened back on the 14th. Talking about PLA, Scarlet Violet 2024 Unknown, Unova Future. There's this thing by Soul Silver Art saying potential huge spoilers. Okay, I think I may have cracked Ku's riddle. He's one of those. Riddler Ku, if you don't know, he is a massive insider with Pokemon, but he releases everything as riddles, and you just sort of figure out the riddles, and he's always right. Anyways, I think I may have cracked Ku's riddle on one of these Indigo Disc characters being a spoiler for the games after Saducci, after Ku's Iris Straden hint, plus his previous Gen 5 poll, plus the Gen 5 past/future themes that we see in Opaloosid City called Time's Dividing Line, and in Japanese, the city, where past and future intertwined, and that we see in the Black City White Forest. I think it's not nearly impossible to deny what's coming next year. And that's the whole plot may revolve around these characters and their connection to the Ultimate Dragon lore, which you're seeing the connections to like Black and White 2, etc., etc., etc. Now, that's neat. But what does that really mean in layman's terms? Because, look, I'm not a Pokemon expert. I have no idea what they're talking about. So I actually relied on Reddit, of all places, to sort of explain this in a way that I could understand. So let me bring up the Reddit post here, because I honestly did not get it at all. What the hell was going on? Let's see here. Scrolling down. I remember this is a day or two ago. Scrolling down, trying to find it here for you guys, because honestly, I know the general gist is that it's a Pokemon Legends sequel taking place in the Black and White world, the world of Black and White. I know that was like the general takeaway, but my gosh, there's a lot with this. So here's some stuff that I saw over on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit here. This info comes from both Riddler Ku, remember that's what I was talking about, very credible Pokemon, Riddler, and Central Leaks, which is the leak reporter. And just for clarification, it seems that they're hinting at a Legends Arceus style sequel, not a remake. So it's not like remaking the games, but a sequel or like another prequel kind of game like Legends Arceus was. I'm not sure, but something like that. And then you say, it'll be a remake rather than a direct sequel, and then you just have people arguing about all this in the comments. So this seems to be what people are thinking has happened next year. Basically a Legends Arceus, a Pokemon Legends, which is probably what the line of games will be called, the Legends line, style game next year, in the Black and White world, whether it's a prequel or a sequel or whatever, that's what's floating out there from some legit places. Other leakers have chimed in and basically said they've heard the same thing. So that's basically it. Like, you see why I didn't make a video on this? I don't understand what I'm reading, so I don't know how to explain it. Like that's why I didn't make a video on it. I am not the right person to make videos on this because I don't understand what I'm reading. So normally when I'm reporting on rumors, even, pretty legit rumors like this one, what I'll do is here's the rumor and then I can like break it down and make it easily digestible. I don't really know how to break this one down other than saying, hey, Pokemon Legends, Black and White. Yup. 2024. Like, I don't really, I can't really break it down because I'm not knowledgeable enough on Pokemon. It is a big blank spot. Like, I can go in depth on Kirby. I can go in depth on Mario and Zelda, Metroid, and all the rest. This is like that one Nintendo franchise. It's kind of like I don't know enough because I basically didn't play Pokemon games for like 18 years. There's a huge gap in me playing Pokemon games. So I never played Black and White or Black and White 2. I don't know most of the Pokemon anymore in Pokemon in general. So like I can't do a lot with this except just present it here in this stream and you guys give me your thoughts because I don't understand it. But apparently, and the thing is, it sounds like something I'd be pretty excited about because I really liked Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's probably up there as one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time. I'd have to think hard on where I would rank it based on the ones I played, but it's up there. So having another Pokemon Legends game would be great. As for whether the Black and White makes sense, I don't know. But sure. So I'm really sorry that I'm not more knowledgeable on Pokemon to give like a better breakdown of this. This is just one of those spots that I'm just not the best. That's why I didn't make a video on it. I'm not the best. This would be one of those, if I talked about this in a video, it would be like one story among others. So I don't really have to focus on it much. It'd be like a quick 30-second thing like, hey, here's some stuff. And here's what some people said it means. And I'm going to leave it at that because I don't know what else to tell you. I couldn't really make a whole video on it. So let's see here. Just reading the chat a bit. Remember, at Nintendo Prime in the chat if you have any questions that you want me to answer. Like Samuel A. just said, what's up? Hey, man. How's it going? How you doing? We got lots of new people that popped in here. Noah Colgate, etc. How you doing? All right. I love your videos, Prime. Hey, thanks, Simon. Miralez? I don't know how to pronounce that, but hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. There's no way it's a sequel to Black and White. And that's why we have Black 2 and White 2. Well, it would be, I'm assuming, a sequel to Black and White 2. If it's a sequel. But like, again, I can't talk, like, I don't, like, I know that there's Black and White. I know there's Black and White 2. Or Black 2, White 2, or however you want to say it. But like, I don't know. I don't know it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I've never played the games. I don't really know. It's like, it's a very hard topic for me to talk about, but it is big Nintendo news. So I want to make sure we at least cover it in some form at the channel. So here we are in a live stream covering it because, again, I feel like I would spend most of an individual video covering this topic explaining why I'm not qualified to cover this topic, but because it is pretty big news on a big exclusive game for Switch/Switch 2, that like we should talk about it. But instead, I can tell you more about Star Wars coming to Switch next year, or coming to the next generation Switch next year, than I can anything else. Because I'm just more knowledgeable on that individual given topic. So it's weird. Game mode says, let's be real, this game is most likely going to be Pokemon Legends Kyurem, and if not, we actually get the legendary Pokemon of Yin and Yang. This is your explanation. I have no idea what any of that means, but cool. Pokemon Legends set in ancient Unova or whatever came before Unova will likely involve a research mechanic along with primitive and or futuristic versions of various Pokemon. Cool. Samuel A says, do you think Game Freak will give in and slow their release schedule for new, more powerful hardware? You're kidding, right? Game Freak? Pokemon Company making less games? That's rich. That's rich. Less games? No. Let's say Nintendo's new hardware launches next year, like almost everyone thinks at this point. Because it's sort of lining up that it makes a lot of sense to launch it next year. Cool. One, anything they release next year is going to be on the base Switch. Anything they release the year after is also going to be on the base Switch. And you might go, what do you mean? Because they never go like exclusively to Nintendo's new platforms until they've been out for a while. Remember when they released like Black and White or Black and White 2, whatever it was on DS after 3DS launched? Like they didn't get to hop on the 3DS train until it had already had, you know, a bigger install base. Like, and on top of that, setting the install base thing aside, they clearly do not care about the more powerful hardware. If they cared, Scarlet and Violet wouldn't have the issues it has and would look a hell of a lot better on top. It feels weird when you go from Scarlet and Violet and you jump into Tears of the Kingdom and you go, how the hell is Tears of the Kingdom doing all this and Scarlet and Violet can't even get running in an overworld correct without there being frame rate hitches, and there's not even that much going on. There's barely anything going on and there's frame rate hitches. And then you play Tears of the Kingdom where there's crazy amounts of things going on and the hitches are almost non-existent until you push, you know, the game to its limits. It's insane to me how little they really care about how powerful the hardware is. They're going to keep making HD 3DS looking games for a long time. I don't know when they're going to ever get out of that habit, but I feel like they're stuck doing that because, one, the games sell incredible. Let's just start there. The sales numbers are there. Scarlet and Violet, 20 million plus again. But the sales numbers are there. 20 million plus with the prior Pokemon games. Even Legends Arceus, as a single release, sold 14, 15 million. So they know that they can just get away with it. So why take more time to make the games? Why make them more visually impressive? Why spend more time polishing them? People keep buying them. It's sort of like Call of Duty. Not that Call of Duty is in the state that Pokemon is, of course. Call of Duty games generally are pretty consistent with the quality of the game, and that's because they have rotating studios that do spend 3, 4, 5 years making each one. So they do get a proper development cycle. So that's one reason why Call of Duty maintains some of that consistent quality. But there isn't a rotating studio at Pokemon. So there could be, but there isn't. So they're not going to even be able to pull off what Call of Duty does. So yeah, it is what it is. People keep buying it, so they're going to keep buying it. People keep buying Call of Duty, so they keep releasing one every year. Like, look, you keep buying it, you're going to keep getting more of them. They're not going to slow down. I obviously would love to see them slow down, and I know some people felt like maybe they did because now they have DLC instead of like a new game this year, blah, blah, blah. But then you guys forget they did 2 brand new games last year. So, like, did they really slow down? They, in a 12-month span, had 3 major Pokemon games drop. BDSP, Arceus, and Scarlet and Violet. In a 12-month span, they had 3 major drops. So they didn't really slow down. They just, because they had so many come out in a 12-month span, now we have a little gap. Because they had those 3 drop in such a really quick span. We have 5 gifted memberships coming in from Bama Hut. Dropping in. We got Dana St. Hilaire is now a member. Crunchy Blend, David Main, Nintendo Dork, and Destiny Swap. Welcome. You're lurking away. Nice to see. I'll get a shot in for you, buddy. We haven't done one yet. There's been no super chats. Let's go. I'm gonna get rid of some of this nasty stuff. Let's get rid of one of these White Claws. I hate White Claw, man. Let's do a shot of this just to start. We are early. I don't know how the super chats are going to go tonight. So let's start light and with something that I want to get rid of. We got rid of the vodka yesterday. Let's get rid of these damn White Claws today. Cheers. Ugh. God, it's gross. What's up, Alex Malone? How you doing? Bama Hut strikes again. Yeah, Babahot likes to at least get 5 almost every time he's here. Let's see here. So no, I don't think they'll slow it down. That's our only question so far tonight. I mean, it's cool. If we don't have a lot of questions, it's not that big of a deal. Like, look, if people want me to end the stream early, I can end the stream early. I got other stuff I can do. I do wish I understood the YouTube algorithm better, though. I can talk about that. Like the video I dropped today, which I think is a higher quality video than yesterday, has like a quarter of the views. It's crazy. Even though I thought the thumbnail and title were better today. But see, that's how it goes. It's all about that title and thumbnail. Let's see here. I like to make people try out the channel sub extras. Yeah, for those who don't know, when you are a paid subscriber, so they call them members on YouTube. On Twitch, it's subs. Here, subs are just when you hit the subscribe button, but it's paid memberships. What's interesting when you become a paid member is not only do you get all the access to the emojis and everything, technically access to member-only posts that I don't really make member-only posts, but you also get access to a couple things on our Discord server. One thing is you get access on our Discord server to our member-only boards. So like half of our boards on our Discord server are basically for members only. You also, as a member, get to post GIFs and images and pretty much all the places. That is a member-only feature. A lot of non-members will be like, why can't I post an image here? We're like, sorry, man, it's a perk of being a member. So we got to give our members something, right? We have a few questions that came in here. What is the best first-person shooter on Nintendo Switch, says Mojo Horizon? The best first-person shooter? It's a good question. I don't know that I have a single first-person shooter on my Switch. Yeah, I don't think I even have one on my Switch right now. Anything that's an actual FPS. You know, because Splatoon's not an FPS. So, yeah, I'm just, I don't think there's a single FPS even on my Switch. So I'm probably not qualified to even comment on this. I mean, Metroid Prime Remaster, I suppose, but that, I mean, that's not like a multiplayer one. That's just single player. Yeah, I don't have a single FPS on my Switch right now, so besides Metroid Prime Remaster, that doesn't count. So I can't really answer that question since apparently I don't play FPSs on my Switch. So, Mojo Horizon also asked, what is my biggest secret? My biggest secret. It wouldn't be a secret if I told it, would it? It's a nice try, though. Alex Mellon says, how much do you think I could get to sell a used Nintendo regular Switch, not Lite or OLED, in 2024 after the River Nintendo Switch 2? Is it a Generation 1 or Generation 2? If it's a Generation 1 Nintendo Switch, you could still get a pretty decent amount. A Generation 2? I mean, I don't know. What's the going rate for them right now? On like GameStop and places, that usually gives you a baseline. You know, like if you just glance at eBay for used Switches, used Nintendo Switch, looks like $200. You know, if you got working Joy-Cons and everything, $200. You know, anywhere from $150 to $200. You know, there's a couple selling under that, but for the most part, a lot of the listings look like $150 to $200. That's if you sell right now. Obviously, the price will go down once Switch 2 is actually announced, but that probably won't be till next year sometime. But right now I have to be careful with money as my current contract's finishing in 2 weeks. Ah, nice. And you don't have anything lined up after that, Bama? Your work contracts? Are you like a programmer or something? So like, you just, you get your contract work and then you wait for the next contract. Have some people fish for you, or was it headhunt? Right, headhunters. I mean, it could be a totally different thing and still have headhunters, but. Dragon23 says, do you think we will ever see a new or even a remake of Punch-Out? Seems like a missed opportunity with the Switch effect for a low-budget, decent seller. I mean, why would they have to remake Punch-Out? They've had Punch-Out before. I don't know if we've had Punch-Out since Wii. Has there been a Punch-Out since Wii? Remember, they had the Wii Punch-Out motion controls. And then they took that Wii and they converted it into an arcade Punch-Out. I don't know how many of you guys are aware of that, but they took the Wii Punch-Out and converted it. So do I think we'll ever see Punch-Out again? Absolutely. Why they didn't do it for Switch? That I don't know. That's something I can't really. I don't know. They probably just didn't think. Probably don't think the brand name sells. They figured doing something like Ring Fit Adventure was probably something more I mean, Ring Fit Adventure is successful. Not as successful as like Wii Fit was, but still it's successful. Let's see here. Some questions here. The Elemental Hero, the Shadow Link Dragon Wolf King says, what I'm getting, let's see here. What I'm getting from Black and White is more on its history, and I feel like this is part of Scarlet and Violet timeline or part of its time. Yeah, I don't know a lot about that stuff. That's why I'm just so not qualified to talk about Pokemon, but I wanted to bring it up anyways because it is big news. I just don't know how to talk about it in a video. Infinite Inspiration Zero, do you think we'll get a Pokemon Legends / Unova game in January, or will we get it next holiday season? I think it's going to be holiday season. I think they're going to ride DLC this holiday through the winter. I think they're going to ride DLC. Ride that out. Plus, we got Detective Pikachu 2. Did they give us a release date on that? I know they announced it. What's up, Nintendo? Yeah, Metroid Prime is an FPS. It is, but it's not like when people think of first-person shooters, they're usually thinking of multiplayer games. And that's not a multiplayer game. Like Doom has a multiplayer mode that Metroid Prime doesn't. Who's my favorite Pokemon? Charizard. Alex Malone, how do you think I could sell a used Nintendo Switch regular now that all in 2024 after the... how could you sell it? Oh, how much I already said was like 200. 150 to 200. Sell it on eBay, or you can go get less, go get like $100 or whatever at GameStop or something if you just want the money right away. I mean, I have no idea what GameStop will pay. They have their website though. You can go check on their website. They'll let you know what they'll pay before you even show up. Let's see here. Vicarious. When the Activision Blizzard game, Activision Blizzard drama is done with, it's basically done with already. But yeah, obviously it's not. The deal isn't officially gone through yet. What old franchise would you love to see come back the most from them? Is it Prototype? Is that the name of it? Hold on, I'm trying to look. It is Prototype, isn't it? Yes, I remembered it correctly. I want Prototype to come back. It was a game that they released in 2009. It was developed by Radical Entertainment, but it's published by Activision, owned by Activision. I want Prototype to come back, baby. I want it to come back so bad. So bad, I want it to come back. You're a system admin, but I was taking over for someone who was on unpaid leave for the year. That's rough. So you came to fill in. Probably did a good job, I'm assuming. They never got rid of you. Now they're coming back, and now they're kind of like, you gotta go. It's kind of an awkward situation. Well, who knows? Maybe you'll get a new system admin job somewhere. I mean, you're not an idiot. I'm sure you're already looking for that next job. Let's see here. Alex Malone, what is going to be the next Zelda game? Any rumors or any thoughts? What is going to be the next Zelda game? What is going to be? It's going to be another open world game. What are we talking about? There's not any rumors right now. Did you like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom? We're going to get more. Like, they made it very clear that's the future of Zelda, so. JPF, what would be your ideal controller for Switch 2? Also, if they keep the Joy-Cons, what would you change? All right, couple things. Good question. Good question. So, I don't have much of a problem with the Joy-Cons. I haven't had a lot of drift issues like some people have, although I have had it, so I do know it's an issue, and not, you know, it's whatever. Actually, my kids break my controllers more. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. Children do children things. The big thing with the Joy-Cons I would like to see is obviously upgraded ones. I'd like to see something that's a bit more ergonomic to hold. Obviously, you having to use a grip is cool and everything. And this particular grip, one thing I don't like about the Satisfy grips is that to use it docked, I have to take it out of the grip. And these grips are kind of like really hard on the Joy-Cons, taking them in and out. So sometimes you get some wear and tear on the sides. Also, sometimes with these Satisfy grips, damn, I have a scratch. Probably from my kids. Anyways, sometimes with these Satisfy grips, they actually rip the Joy-Cons off your Switch while you're taking them out. It's kind of weird. And that's not me complaining. I love Satisfy grips, and maybe I just need to grease the grips a little bit because it's the rubber. It's the rubber they use that keeps sticking. So maybe if I just grease those a bit, it's not a big deal. My thing is that I just want a more ergonomic design. If they still want them to come off so you can use them sideways, you can make an ergonomic design that can still do that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the shoulder buttons, and if they want to use straps again. The biggest thing are just obvious things that just make for a better controller. Get rid of these sticks, which these sticks are fine. The travel on, like, it's all fine, but get rid of them. Use Hall sensors. Let's get rid of drift. You can already buy here. I can show you. So, Ghoulie Kit sells these. That's right. I just have them right on stock. I got these bad boys right in stock. These are Hall sensing. So if you can, little focus here. Stop focusing on me. I know it keeps looking at my face. Anyways, these are Hall sensing joysticks for Joy-Cons. That's right. I got a set of them. They're just sitting here. Those are awesome, and they should definitely use something like that in new ones. I would like to see them go with an analog trigger. Now, obviously, in this compact form, the digital triggers kind of make sense because there's not a lot of room with the travel back here to do analog on here, but I would prefer analog triggers. It's not a need. But I will say this, if they don't put analog triggers on the Joy-Cons, then I would like to see them at least put them on a new Pro controller, like a Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. I would like to see them put them on there at least, because there's no excuse. If they want to use digital here like they did here, because compact size fine, but on a standard Pro controller, I would like to see them put the analog ones there. But yeah, I really want to see them go improve the sticks. Beyond all of that, from a personal perspective, I'd like a real D-pad. But I understand that since they wanted to make this a thing where You can take off the Joy-Cons and use them sideways as controllers. That's why they did this. Honestly, this split D-pad, I wasn't a fan of it when the system launched. I find now, it's been almost, 6.5 years. It really doesn't bother me that much. I'm going to be completely honest. This split D-pad, it just doesn't really bother me that much. I thought it would bother me a hell of a lot more. But it just kind of doesn't bother me at all. So I really don't know what to tell you on that. It just doesn't bother me. So yeah, I'm just slight improvements like that. That's all. Nothing major I would do with the Joy-Cons and stuff. We did have this super chat come in. My normal way of featuring super chats isn't working. Let's try my backup method, which I don't have enabled at the moment. Hold on. I forget which one it is. Is it this? Nope, that's just the chat. We can put the chat up. No, the chat looks a little funky. Put the chat up. Nope, it's not the countdown. Is it this? I don't remember. Medical properties on this. Yeah, see, that should be fine. Is it this one? Well, you know what? Let's just click on it and see. No, I already know it's not up. Let me add in a browser source. Let me see here. I thought I had this working before, but then maybe I don't have it working. No, not you. And in a browser source, let's see here. Oh, it's this one. Where are you? Wait, no, you're not it. Because you're not showing up. What is this thing? What's properties on this? Man, this thing's weird. Why is this not working? Why can't I feature super chats right now? I hate when things just don't work. You have these stupid add-ons and they just don't do anything. Don't hide messages. Featured chat overlay. No. I don't know why it's not working. My normal method. This happened in another stream too. Let me just figure out how to get that super chat featured. I've had to deal with this before and it really pisses me off, but I've got multiple ways to feature. Do I just not have it enabled right now? I do. Okay, so that's enabled. Yeah, so this is the one I like to use. Let me refresh it. It didn't really do anything. Let me. Yeah, I don't know why. Okay. And this other one, I'm trying to remember how to use. I think this other one, I'm supposed to go like this. Hold on. I think I remember now. To use the other one, I go in here. I gotta go to this studio. I gotta grab this URL if I remember right. And I go like this, and then I go into, this is why it's not working. Then I come in here, properties, and I think I do that. Hey. Oh, there's a separate one. Wait, what? Hi, guys. Oh. I did have it enabled. I didn't have... Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay, so this live chat feature, we gotta go properties. We gotta put this right. I think it's in like 1920 by 1080 or something. No. Weird. Weird. That's very strange. Nope. So that's definitely not it. Huh. Well, I don't know how to make it work. Because I don't remember how my second add-on works for it. I just don't know why this isn't working. Let me, I'm gonna troubleshoot over here. Social Ninja chat not working. WebRTC may be disabled. Interesting. Let me go in here and check things out. It's a Google Chrome extension. So what happens if I turn it off? And then turn it back on. Let's turn off this other one. In case they're conflicting with each other. And then let's reset it. Let's go back to here. Let's close chat. Let's refresh my back end and pop chat out. Let's try this again. Pop chat out. Okay. Hi guys, except you're really small, but I can make it bigger on my end. Yeah, chat's still just not popping up over here like it's supposed to. I wish there was a way to let me just test this out. Oh, there it is. All right, it's working now. I won't be able to feature that super chat though, but I did fix it. Okay. It's working now. See, I can now do this. See, it's working now. So, unfortunately, it won't let me be able to feature that chat because it was broken at the time. But let me go read it anyway. Samuel A did $5. Thank you so much, Samuel. I'll get a shot in here for you. And he said, what are the chances that Switch 2 doesn't have backwards compatibility? Look. 0. I mean, there's always a chance, right, that it doesn't. And by the way, if Modern Vintage Gamer was answering this, he'd probably tell you it's like an 80% chance it's not going to have backwards compatibility. I just look at Nintendo's past, their history, what makes sense. It's going to have backwards compatibility. It's going to have backwards compatibility. So, maybe I have too much faith in Nintendo. At least the chat was working. Is it still working? Oh, it's working. There just wasn't anyone chatting for a bit. All right. Let's keep this updated. Let's go back to the way it was so I can answer more questions. Thank you, though. Cheers, man. God, I really hate that. Risky Gumar wants to know if Pikmin 4 has leaked. Yes, Pikmin 4 has leaked. RGT disagrees with me. He thinks it won't have backwards compatibility. Cool. Don't know. Don't really talk to RGT that much. I mean, we're friendly with each other, but Joy-Con sucks. Is what it is, man. If you could have any superpower, says Jack Saget, what would it be and why? I would pick turn into any animal. Well, any superpower. See, one thing I've noticed about superheroes is a lot of them maintain some amazing physique without needing to work out. Whatever that is, that would be sweet. I would like to just be ripped without having to work for it. That would be pretty cool. I don't know that that's a superpower, but that feels like a superpower to me. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just a side effect of superpowers. Let's see here. Alex Mellon says, "Are you going to play any games on stream today?" I'm not planning to. No, I'm not planning to play any games tonight. At least not on stream. Nancy says, "My boss says he saw my temptation stick." I gotta finish reading this comment. All right. Temptation stick in my driver's seat, and then I may want to go get it before the sun ruins it. My mind went to various places trying to figure out what the hell a temptation stick was. Look, when I hear temptation stick, there's only a couple things that come to mind. And what he's talking about is not one of the things that comes to mind. He must be somebody who's pretty against that in some way. Anyways, it was your dab pen. No clue why he called it a temptation stick, but I was like, did someone put a dildo in my car or something? What the fuck is a temptation? Exactly. Like, I'm not thinking about one of those little vape pens. Like, no one would call a vape pen a temptation stick. It is what it is. Let's see here. JPF says, hypothetically speaking, if you had the chance to be the lead developer for any franchise other than Zelda, thank gosh she said that, because everyone, like, whenever I get a question like this, it's like, oh yeah, it's Zelda, and here's what I do. Or Mario. Okay, I can't include Mario. What would you choose and what would you change to make it better? If I could be a lead developer, well, see, the thing is, you don't want to be lead developer. You want to be the director. You want to be the director. You don't want to be the lead developer. Lead developer is still just making whatever the visionaries tell you to make. So like that, well, being lead developer. But let's take this for what you meant. You meant director. And it said, what would you change to make it better? You can't choose Zelda, can't choose Mario. What franchise would I choose, and what would I change to make it better? Man, there's so many franchises. Well, I mean, we have to go with franchises where we feel like there's actually something fundamentally wrong. Like, I wouldn't take over Xenoblade. I think it's great. You know, you don't want to go with the franchise that's really popular, like a Final Fantasy. Because any change you make, there's no way to please everybody. You know, so like you don't want to go with a Call of Duty or anything like that, because again, no way to please everybody. Yeah, I have to go with something that's actively being developed. Like, you can't go like, oh yeah, Chibi Robo. Well, like, they're not making that game. Like, just making the game would be bad. Let's go with... God, it's gotta be a game though that I think is like a fundamental flaw. Like, it's hard for me because I only play games I enjoy, right? So then I got to think of like a game that I don't enjoy that much and why I don't enjoy it. Like, I'm not a big Smash Bros fan, but also I wouldn't change anything. Grab my Switch. Oh! No. I don't need Switch. Get out of here, Nate. Madden. I would become game director of Madden. Now, no one's going to give it. It's Madden. What the hell are you going to do? What would I change to make it better? A lot. Number one, I'd take a year off. We're skipping this year's Madden. We're going to put double the amount of development time into a new Madden, truly made for next gen. Start there. Ground up. Skip it. Rebuild. Ground up. We've got to skip 2 years. Cool, let's skip 2 years. In fact, let's relaunch the same year we're going to launch the college football game. So we can be right with that. We'll just do roster updates and DLC or something. Until then, we're just going to... Let's skip so we can do this right. Now, what would I change? They're already putting a bunch of changes in this year that I like, but there's still additional things I would do. I'd swap out the in-game commentary. I would get more in-game commentators from actual places. So ESPN's commentary, NBC's commentary, local network, local Fox networks, local CBS. I would get their commentators in and have them all record actual commentary of people playing games and mix that commentary in. So you're getting actually different types of commentary every time you play. I would allow for fully customizable music tracks where you can insert your own music into the game, not just the music that comes with the game. Those are some minor things. But I would also do things like actually create modes that don't break the damn game. Franchise mode's been broken a long time. It needs work. Halftime shows, highlight reels. You gotta go into the actual gameplay and make some things a bit more realistic. As an example, if a cornerback has his shoulder turned this way and he's running this way, and there's a receiver running this way and a receiver running this way behind him, right? So the DB is running like this with the receiver also running this way, and it's a crossing pattern, and there's a guy running behind him going this way. When you throw the ball to this receiver running this way behind the DB, so the DB's not even looking at him, that DB should not be able to intercept the ball when it's thrown right here. Shouldn't even be possible. It's a physical impossibility. And yet, in Madden, you could successfully cover crossing routes with one player. Because if you throw to this guy, magically the DB goes from this to this. It's a physical impossibility because the DB's already running full speed. It's a physical impossibility. So they need to fix that. They need to fix a lot of things like that, where there's a lot of physically impossible things happening that just aren't realistic to the game and the gameplay. That is kind of stuff I would focus on, is trying to make it actually feel like a real NFL game and not like an arcade game. I would say Madden over the years has started heavily leaning towards feeling like an arcade game. And it shouldn't feel that way. The whole point of Madden is to be simulation football. It's supposed to be realistic. And right now, I would not call it realistic at all. So, there'll be a lot of gameplay tweaks like that. As we lost a bunch of viewers because I was answering that question talking about damn Madden. Mojo Horizon says, who's your favorite podcast guest? Oh, come on now. You can't make me play favorites. You can't make me play favorites. Our podcast isn't big enough where I can play favorites. And we were like a 15, 20, 30,000 view podcast every week. You know, maybe I could play favorites, but like I can't afford to piss anyone off. And it's like, just say Eric. I can't say Eric. He's a co-host. He's not a guest. So like I literally can't answer that question because I can't afford to upset any of the guests that we have, because my podcast is heavily reliant on guests just to stay as relevant as it is. And let's just be honest, my podcast isn't that relevant. It's really not. I want it to grow. My problem with my podcast, I haven't figured out how to make it grow. We had a little bit of growth this year, a little bit, but it's still, it's stagnant. And I don't know how to make it grow. So we're just gonna leave it like it is, and I'm not gonna say anyone. What's your opinion on the GTA 6 budget that's, according to the industry league, is around $2 billion? Of course it is. You know how much money GTA 5 has made them? Way the hell more than $2 billion. So it's a lot of money. They've also been working on the game like a decade. It's a lot of money. It's going to be a massive game. It's going to be one of the biggest AAA releases of all time. It's going to break a ton of records when it launches. I wouldn't be surprised if in the first month it sells 50 million units. It's going to be massive. It's going to make all that money back after the first month. It's going to have a very expansive online mode. And that's going to continue to make them money. Like, Grand Theft Auto prints money. So if they put $2 billion into it, cool. They make way more than $2 billion off of GTA 5. So, I mean, they probably make $2 billion off GTA 5 yearly. What's broken? The chat feature was broken, but somehow it works. I did a couple things and now it works again. I don't know what happened. The feature super chats. Jack Saget, if Hollywood made a movie about your life, who would you want to play you? Well, if it's about my life, there'd be multiple people, right? Someone's got to play my childhood, so you'd have a kid. So you'd have someone who's probably like, 5, 6 years old. Then when you go to the time jump, the next jump would probably be around high school, right? So you'd have to have a teenager type, or you'd have to have someone who's like in their mid to late 20s playing the teenager role, that just happens to look like they can be done in a way that makes them look a lot younger than they are. And then, but the problem is, you gotta start adding some pounds on as we get older as well. So like, I don't really know. And then at what point do you just make it me? Like once you get to like 30 plus, wouldn't it just be me? So like who would play that role? Like you have people saying like Jack Black. No. One, Jack Black's way older than I am. He's old enough to be my dad. He pretty much is as old as my dad. That's number one. Number two, no. By the way, I wasn't always fat. I used to have a 6-pack. Anyways, I don't know who I would pick, to be honest. I don't really know if there's any. I mean, there really isn't anyone. You could probably have my son, Aiden. He looks a lot like me when I was younger, especially in the face. So you might be able to have my son, but I don't know if my son can act. So like, just because he looks like me, it doesn't mean that's the problem. Like, you got to think of acting chops plus looks, and I don't know that there's really anyone that fits the bill. So, like, you might go, oh, the beard. Well, the beard's a more recent thing. This has only been like the last 2.5 years that I've had the beard. Otherwise, I've been clean shaved most of my life. So, it's funny because like once I got the beard, like, oh, you look like Rich from, or you look like RGT. I'm like, yeah, but when I was clean shaved, no one ever said any of that. Anyways, so the answer is I really don't know. Yeah, we did the Pokemon news earlier, Frisco Kid. Next time I'm chilling with the homies, I'm just going to say, you want to hit this temptation stick? Oh my gosh, do not make that a thing. Do I prefer Gran Turismo or Forza Horizon? I'm not a big racing fan, so the answer is really neither. Mario Kart. I don't really enjoy simulation racing. Some people love it, but I don't even like watching racing on TV, let alone simulation racing. So it's just not my kind of game. Could Hoops and Hip Hop and Andres Restart help you with Pokemon Black and White and its lore? Also, do you think Game Freak will make it how BDSP was? I mean, look, it's not that Andres Restart and Hoops and Hip Hop wouldn't be willing to give me some advice or some tips. I just am not the right person to make a video on that topic. Because I have to be interested in being educated. And not only do I have no interest in people giving me like a novel on the games, I'm not interested in playing the games to get the knowledge. Here's the bottom line. We don't get a lot of views on Pokemon anyways, and a large part of that's because I'm just not knowledgeable on it. And me getting enough knowledge to talk about this rumor in a way that's informative sounds cool, but it's just one little drop in the bucket of the sea of videos I make. It's not worth my time investment for something I don't enjoy just so I can have one informative video. You know, it's just not worth it for me personally. Remember, I do YouTube because I want to report news. I want to, you know, give the most relevant information I can, but I have to be interested as well. I try to eliminate my bias with some of the stuff we cover. Look, if I make this Star Wars video tomorrow, that's not really even a bias for me. I don't even think the video is going to perform well, but I do think it's important news, so I'm just going to put it up, even though it's not something that I'm really that interested in. But I think it's important. A video I made today came out of me needing to make some corrections to my video the day before. I don't like having to do that because it means I messed up. But yeah. And I know I should be making Pikmin 4 videos right now. Nobody's making them. I'm not saying they'll get views. I'm just saying, like, why the hell have I not been making Pikmin 4 videos, man? I should be checking out the pre-orders are doing. Anyways, I should get Hoops and Hip Hop back on a podcast soon, though. It's been a bit. Should probably reach out to him. What's my favorite Nickelodeon show? SpongeBob. Is it Eric or Eric? It's with a C. It's with a C. Would you consider selling your YouTube channel for the right price? What's the right price? Would I consider selling my YouTube channel for the right price? Look, if someone wants to come in and offer me like $10 million tax-free. Now, when I say tax-free, it's not that I don't pay taxes. It's that they pay whatever in additional it would be to cover taxes, so I have 10 mil in my bank. So after taxes, there's 10 mil. So it'd be in addition. So say it's 20 mil because they take 50%. I don't know, right? I might be willing to take that because all I would do is just start a new channel. You didn't say I had to sign a non-compete. You didn't say I had to stop doing YouTube. I just wouldn't have this channel. So I'd spin up a new channel and I just do what I do there. I love how Jack Saget pops in and says 50,000. My channel's worth way the fuck more than 50K. I'm not just talking like a personal stance. That's like 20,000. What, you guys? Look, before taxes, guys, before taxes, the channel's already made 32,000 this year. Before taxes, like, come on, 50,000, 20,000, come on. I'd take the mills. I'd spin up a new channel. Now, would it take a while for people to find me? Probably. You're starting at nothing. Now, does selling the YouTube channel also mean selling all my social media accounts, like Twitter and everything with it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how that would work in the sale. If I get to keep those, well then cool. I can use those to help build the new channel. I'm assuming they'd be gone with it. I just spin up a new channel. It's all good. Well, we'd figure it out. Like, 10 mil is life-changing money. Like, I wanted to say $1 million. Like, my initial gut reaction to say $1 million. And then I thought about it for a moment. And I was like, all right. So let's say I have $1 million in the bank, but they really pay me $2 million, 50% taxes, whatever. So I have $1 million in the bank. That's not really much. Because if I look at my channel growing right now, it's made 32,000 so far this year. Maybe it makes 50, 60, 70 this year. We'll see. Let's say that continues to grow. So then next year we're over 100K. The year after that, we're at 150. Let's just assume growth over the next 5 years. So say 5 years from now, the channel might be making 300, 400K a year. Is $1 million today, even though I'd love to have that money, is it really that much? Unless I get really lucky with investing with it and double, triple, quadruple that money, is it really worth it? No, I don't even think at $1 million it's worth it. So, yeah, it would probably have to be like 10 mil after taxes. And my family and I float on that while I spin up a new channel and bust my ass to make that channel successful. And if it never is, with 10 mil, it should be enough with proper savings, investing, paying off debts. It should be enough that we could be set for long enough for me to get the new channel off the ground, or possibly even set for at least the rest of my life with 10 mil. You know, space it out properly, invest properly. You know, it's life-changing money. That's what that is. Literally life-changing money. I'm not going to go out and blow it. I'm not going to go buy a $2 million home or something with it. No. We probably won't even move. Be smart. But I would still be building a new YouTube channel because I like doing YouTube. So now if I have to sign a non-compete, which means I can't make YouTube videos anymore. Well, shit. Now you're talking like 100, 200, 300 mil after taxes. Like, you're going to, because now you're not just taking away something I built, you're preventing me from doing it again. So you got to pay me a hell of a lot more to make me give up something I actually enjoy for the rest of my life. Let's see here, because I'm not in a hard place where I was when I got booted from Zelda Informer and I couldn't pay bills. Like, if I don't sell, I'm fine, obviously. So it's like, I don't need to sell. There's no need to sell. You know? It's like I was strong-armed into an exit contract with Zelda Informer because I needed my paychecks. No one can strong-arm me into anything right now. It'll be just choice. You mentioned Star Wars. I'm beginning of the stream. Can you explain on this subject? No, because I think I'm going to make a video on it tomorrow. So I'm going to save most of that for the video. Now, again, there's no guarantee it's actually coming. But there's some stuff lining up that's starting to point towards higher than, more likely than not, that it's going to be coming to the next gen Switch. Well, talk about that tomorrow. Channel made just a little less than I've made so far this year. Keep it up. Yeah, but is that your take home or is that before tax? That's the big thing I have to tell people. That's $32,000 before taxes. After taxes, it's actually not that much. So to put this in perspective, pretty much I can walk in anywhere right now and get a job for $15 an hour. Okay. You do that 40 hours a week, times that by 52 weeks. You're at what I made so far this year. But because that's like at the minimum wage level, right? That's at the minimum wage level. You, and I have 3 kids, I'd have almost no taxes taken out of that $31,000. So I would just get to keep $31,000. I would just keep it. It's mine. because my kids' tax write-offs are $30K. So I get to write off $30K on a normal income. Now, I don't get to do that with the business, but I do get to do that with just a normal W-2. My kids are just a write-off. I don't get that with business taxes. So I pay business taxes. So to give you guys an idea, when all of the nickel and diming is done with taxes, the government ends up taking about 32% of my income. So if you look at that, that $32,000, you do the math on that times it by what, 0.3, and they've already taken like chopped 10K right off the top. So then let's say you double that. I make that for a year. My tax rate actually goes up. If I make if I make over 60, my tax rate actually jumps to 40%. So now you take that 60,000 times it by 0.4, and now I just paid $24,000 in taxes. So then I had $36,000 in take home. And on minimum wage, where I wouldn't even need to pay taxes because of my kids, I would have had $31,000. So I made $60K, but my take home wasn't really much more than just working $15 an hour. Yeah, business taxes suck. They really suck. Yeah. I mean, think about that. I can make $60K, but I'm barely making more than what minimum wage basically is. It just in terms of what I have to actually spend. Barely more. Gets even worse. If I end up making 80 or 100K, then it's like 45% is gone. It's insane. I pay so much in taxes. I don't even... I mean, we all deal with it. This is being an adult. We all deal with taxes. So all of us pay taxes. Unless you're in a country that doesn't. But in the US, we all pay taxes. So like, that's just the way it is. So it's what I get to deal with. Not a big deal. I expect it. I know it. I pay it. But it's still a pain in the ass. Now, I try to get write-offs, which write off some of the taxes. Like the computer that we bought this year, the Mac Studio. So let's say $24,000 in taxes this year. I might be able to minus $5,000 off that for my Mac Studio because I do get write-offs. I absolutely get write-offs. But besides that Mac Studio that I bought for $5K, which was a very expensive purchase, I haven't really bought anything else. I don't have more write-offs. And you might go, well, Nate, you should. If you just got to give the money to the government, you should just buy stuff. It's not that simple. It's just not that simple. Because you don't have all that money at once to buy the things, right? It's over time. And I pay my taxes quarterly. So I'll get to the end of the quarter and I go, oh, I either give this money to the tax man or I buy stuff, right? Well, it fluctuates. One quarter, I might have made more money than another quarter. So it's very dangerous to do that. So like, I just end up just paying it and say, screw it. Sometimes I get some of it back in the tax return. This year, I had to pay in. Legitimately, I had to pay in. Even though I paid taxes last year, I had to pay another like $800. Great. Thankfully, it was only $800. But I had to pay $800 more. So, it sucks. My dream car is like a 2012 Dodge Charger, manual shift. Hell yeah. Red with white race stripes. 50,000 in a Rolls Royce, but I can't sell the Rolls Royce. I'll fucking pass. Do you know what the insurance fees are on a freaking Rolls Royce? It might be over $1,000 a month. That 50K can get me 3 years of insurance. Pass. That would be so dumb. Sell the channel for 50K in a Rolls Royce? Dude, the 50K can barely pay the insurance on the Rolls Royce. Get out of here. Pass. Can't sell the Rolls Royce? I don't want it. No. I'm not paying that kind of insurance on a car, man. Pass. Anyways. 10 mil could last you a whole 2 years? Is that what Natsu said? Whole two generations. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. The thing with the 10 mil is I could just live the rest of my life off of that, but I would look at it more as like I would try to make the 10 mil more. There would be some investment portfolios and stuff like that, with probably at least 3 of that mil we'd probably have for investment portfolios. We'd probably have another couple mil sitting savings that we just don't touch. Sort of like a CD or whatever that just sits there for like 10, 20 years. We would obviously use 1 mil right away would just go to pay off all outstanding debts. Any outstanding debts, so student loans, for me, for Yulia, whatever, just pay all that off, pay any other debts we have off, any back-owed credit issues that we have, get that taken care of. We'd probably get another car in there. We'd fix up our house. So a mil of it would probably already just be gone because we'd want to get all our debts paid off and do some renovations and stuff. And get the house all fixed up. And then get another car. Probably even get rid of the car we have now and get a newer model one that's not as beat up. But yeah, we'd probably have like 3 mil we'd use for investing, 2 mil in a long-term CD. And then, you know, we after that first mil, there'll still be another 4 just sort of sitting there. That we would just sort of sit on. Like we'd set up some college accounts for our kids and stuff, but we would just sort of sit there on it and just use it for expenses. You know? Just monthly normal expenses. We wouldn't try to like blow it all and go on super extravagant vacations. I'm not saying we wouldn't go on more vacations, but we wouldn't like try to just, you know, start peeling through it like crazy. Like, no, we'd chill. We'd chill. Let's see here. Can the government tax me if I take all my money out and bury the cash somewhere? If you were paid, look, if your employer pays you with cash, they can't track that. But assuming they deposited it into your account, they can track that, even if you take it out. They don't care what you spend your money on. They can tell that you got paid because your employer will file the paperwork saying they paid you. But if you were working a job like some construction companies do and they pay you under the table with cash, well, yeah, they can't track that anyways, and they're not going to tax you for it. Yes, I know people that work construction that get paid under the table. It happens all the time. You get screwed over with taxes because you have big savings? See, I've never had a big savings. Like, I've never had a lot of money set aside. Like a crazy amount, so I've never really had to worry about that. But that's another part, I suppose. Business dinner, business lunches, except business dinner and lunches don't actually happen. I'm a solo content creator. Let's see here. Manual superior, dude. Manual shift cars are great. Sucks there's barely any left. 66 GTO convertible, 97 Jeep Cherokee. 42 Jeep Wheelie. Nice. Well, my thing about expanding the 10 mil, and like taking the 3 mil, investing the 2 mil sitting in a 10 or 20 year CD, The big thing with expanding is more so security. So let's say we have some investing. We're investing to make money, by the way, not just retirement. Like $1 million of it would probably just be retirement. But like say like $1 million is like a safe investment, a retirement sort of investment. But then the other couple mil, we want to try to make money on it. And if we're making money on that, the CD is going to make money as well, depending on we can get a great percentage on a CD. And in like 20 years, that $2 million might already vest into, 3, 4, 5 mil. So you already get that from the CD. And then on top of that, if that $2 million, the investments work out and we double, triple, quadruple that, the idea of doing that isn't that this isn't enough money. It's that if we get to the point when we're in our like 50s and 60s, that 10 mil is now turned into 20, 30 million, we will start to be a bit more irresponsible because we want to do some crazy. We'll start going on all the crazy vacations we want to do. We'll go do the things that we've always wanted to do that are just stupid and people don't have the money for, kind of thing, right? Like it would be nice to get to the point where I could go on a $150,000 vacation and not really sweat it, right? That would just be really fun to be able to do. But we wouldn't do that unless we knew we were that financially secure. And 10 mil to me is not financially secure enough to just start blowing 150K on a damn vacation. I talked about the PLA news earlier. I'm not very well qualified to talk about it, but just go to Gaming Leaks and Rumors Reddit. It's on there somewhere. What about $50,000 in a completely paid off Rolls Royce you can't sell and you don't have to pay insurance? That's irrelevant. You always would have to pay insurance. It's literally required by law. You can tell me I don't have to do it, but I'm telling you I do. So nope, I'm good. And I assume the Rolls Royce was already paid off. Otherwise, why would I accept a Rolls Royce I have to make payments on? Fuck that. Either way, no thanks. It's not even a Rolls Royce. Even the value of a Rolls Royce plus 50K is not enough to sell my channel. Would you rather have your dream car or dream house? Not both. House. Absolutely. I can drive other cars. Yeah, dream car is nice. And my dream car is not even an expensive one. Like a Dodge Charger is not an expensive car. But dream house. Not only is my dream house really expensive, you live in it every day. You don't live in your car. I mean, some people do, I guess. What if your dream house is one of those mini houses that you do live in? It's also a car. Truck, van, RV. Hope I had a great day. I had a day. What's up, Paul Gale? I got a manual 04 Blue Sky BW Beetle convertible. The car's cute as shit, but it's too not comfortable to drive. Yeah, that happens. All right, well, we're all caught up to the chat. What a weird chat today. Talked about a lot of weird things. I think this happens every stream. And then, if you guys got any questions, just add Nintendo Prime in the chat. $5 and up super chats do shots. We're trying to finish off this damn White Claw. Any $10 and up super chats is when we get to the real booze. But for $5 and up, we're just, you know what? Screw it. $1 and up. We'll do these White Claws. I want to get rid of these damn White Claws, man. They're just gross. Is this finally it? I don't know what you're talking about. 2008 Tour Red Dodge Charger. Oh, you. That's a. Stop it, Paul Gale. Just stop it. I'm assuming it's manual shift, right? There's no way in hell you have a Dodge Charger. It's gotta be manual shift. Come on. Come on. Dude, I love Dodge Chargers. My dream car is a Dodge Charger. Red with white racing stripes. There's a Switch 2 model being spread around right now. Oh, I'm not gonna say anything about it, Birdman, because it's fake. Let's just start there. Samuel A., can you see a world in which Switch 2 launches in March with Prime 4? I really do think this will be Metroid's big breakout. No. Because Metroid will never be the launch game. Man, I feel really mean saying that. I feel very mean. Yeah, there's a Switch 2 model being spread around right now. I know about it. Oh, dang it, I had it open. I don't have it open anymore. It's by, oh, God, there it is. Here. I literally just go to Twitter. I was about to type in the guy's username. This is part of it. Like, take this with a grain of salt for supposed Switch 2 leak. Laughing. Peeps, this is a fake mock concept. It's not a leak or rumor, just a fake mock-up. Like, literally, the first 2 tweets I see are talking about it. So I've known about this for days. I've even used the mock-up in some of my thumbnails lately, but it's not real. Come on. Couple reasons you can tell it's not real. Outside of some of the obvious stuff, there's actually a really neat GIF made of it. I mean, the guy's pretending it's real, but it's clearly fake. It's like Nintendog's BS, I think. Here, I'll just show you guys. I think it's Nintendog's BS. Yeah. So here it is. So it started with he made his account on July 12th. It started with this, okay? Started with that, which, sure, it's a nice concept. The 2 is like this is a 2 here, I believe. I haven't zoomed in enough to tell, but I think this is a 2 here. Totally ripped off from like everybody's 1-2 Switch kind of thing. But okay, cool. It's whatever. You see the box art. Okay, cool. Then he did this, where he showed the Joy-Con 2 is like in Italian or something like that. Really interesting thing where like you put it on and the controller slides up. I don't understand what the point of that would be. But maybe it's a more secure locking system. Beats the hell out of me. Anyways, then he created this. And this is pretty cool. I gotta give him credit. This is cool. I don't know if it's gonna play here. It's a pretty cool little concept. It's a pretty cool little concept he made here. Very clever editing. Put a lot of work into it. The UI looks really great. There's red flags. There's no plus or minus button. The Super Mario Bros. Wonder just says Super Mario Wonder there instead of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So like, there's red flags, and the biggest red flag is this account was just created, and if any of this was real, Nintendo would have shut this the hell down already. The ninjas would have been all over this shit. If this was real, the ninjas would have been all over it. That's like the biggest red flag. It's not even that he did this stuff, it's that the ninjas didn't come and wreck it. So it's not real. It's just not real. So, if we talk about it in a video, it would be just because some people are acting like, oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's real. And because it looks cool. It's a really well done mock-up with some video stuff that just looks cool. Like, it's neat. It's neat. It's a really neat mock-up. But it's not real. I know he's acting like it's real. He did some replies to people like it's the real deal, but like come on. Wasn't born yesterday. They're not testing out concepts. They're not trying to see if we like it. Primify. Nintendo has literally never done that in the history of the company. They're not doing it now. They don't need to do that. So it's fake. It's really cool. It's cool looking. It's a very well done concept. And we might talk about it in a video at some point because he's going to keep posting stuff about it apparently. But watching 3D prints the damn thing. Oh, come on, man. Cheeto Gaming, you're better than this. Rumor, Switch 2 may have leaked. You're better than this, man. Come on. Look, I get being desperate to post content. I understand the desperation to post content. I totally get it. But man, we can't even call this a rumor. It needs a hell of a lot more evidence before you could ever call this a rumor. Doesn't mean they can't start now. It means they never would start now, Eprimify. They don't need to do that. They have test audiences behind the scenes. They don't need public leak reaction. They have test audiences behind the scene that tell them if it's going to be good or not. There's literal people that like that's what their job is. That's what they're paid for. I want to be a Nintendo Ninja now. Game Boy Micro. This is breaking news. Breaking news. I gotta go check the tape. This is breaking news. Holy shit, we might have to end the stream. This is breaking news. This is a stream ending story. Because I'll have to go make a video. Like now. Holy shit. Jeff Grubb said on his podcast tonight that he thinks the Metroid Prime 2 remaster is coming out soonish. Now, think, opinion, okay? But he's also heard, this is what he's heard. Again, he's not talking about opinions on this one. Something Zelda related is happening later this year that isn't Tears of the Kingdom. But he doesn't know anything firsthand. Just somebody told him that something Zelda is happening later this year that isn't Tears of the Kingdom. And of course he thinks it'll happen in a direct in September, that's what this says down here, which of course that makes sense. If it's happening this year, it'll be at the September direct. That means like a Zelda remaster, right? That's Wind Waker HD. That's Twilight Princess HD. That's something. That's a Zelda remaster. Why they would be dropping it this year, I don't know, after Tears of the Kingdom. But again, this is Jeff Grubb. Not 100% track record. A pretty good track record, but not 100%. But there you go. Some breaking news. I have to go watch, though, I gotta find it in his podcast. Because we as we've learned yesterday, we gotta have some firsthand. We gotta hear it firsthand. I'm actually loading up his show right now. He just ended 23 minutes ago. There's not gonna be timestamps. It's an hour and a half. So trying to find the point in the show that he says it's gonna be quite difficult. You got the timestamps, Nats? Do you really? Natsu, what are the timestamps? I've got the video open right now. I wasn't, I knew he had a show going on while I was doing this, but... Dude, if you got the timestamps, that'll save me. And then I've got to listen through the whole thing. Because it's an hour and a half. Well, you gotta remember, Natsu sometimes has got multiple streams up. 12:20. 12:20. Here, let's listen to this together because obviously, at this point, this is like doing research for a video. Because we needed confirmation. I mean, stealth is great. I trust stealth, but mistakes happen. So let's see what the exact wording was. Because if it's all just opinion, then it's not worth reporting. But if it's more than that, so 12:20. Okay. All right. So let's see if I have this set up. Okay. So we go to Nate's show. We turn off laptop. We turn off. I don't have a button for the Elgato, do I? No, I'll have to go turn it off manually. I think I have this set up correctly. Go turn off the Elgato here. There we go. All right, this is because I want you guys to be able to hear the audio with me. Because the audio on the laptop's not working. All right, so let me... so 12:20, you said? All right, come on. Whatever. It's this video here. Nice ad. All right. Skip ads. All right. 12:20. We'll start it at 12.
Yeah, it's fine. There's been some other stuff like Microsoft is also expecting a new Switch next year. Doesn't seem like that's really informed on much, except for the very strong.
They're just listening to Last of the Nintendogs like everyone else.
Do you think that all this quietness? Do you think that is like the calm before the storm? Do you think some kind of announcement on stuff is imminent, or do you think that's coming later in the year?
Do you want me to like fuck up? Do you want me to like make? Do you want me to step in the shit a little bit?
Jeff,
we can make some news.
Yeah.
He knows he's making headlines for this.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So,
oh shit.
Christian, I want to go.
Oh shit. He knows he's making headlines for
Don't
this.
be too scared.
You're not supposed to. You're not technically here, Christian. Go ahead, Jeff.
Metroid Prime 2 remaster probably is coming out relatively soonish. Like that
Probably. Oh shit.
It's happening. Let me check and see if any hair's falling out. All right, no, we're good. That probably is happening relatively soonish. This next
That's
phrase,
probably that wasn't. I
afraid
think.
to say, so I might not actually say.
Do it. Oh
Listen,
shit.
I don't know what it means. I'm going to tell you what they told me, and then if you take this and you spin it into something else, everybody, it's on you. Okay,
Right.
It's on you. Something not related to Tears of the Kingdom is happening with Zelda later this year. That's what I was told.
Oh no.
Okay, what do we do with that information? I don't know. I'm sure. Like we're making a little bit of news. Let's do it. Why not? I mean,
Okay.
what can we do with that?
Can I ask a question?
You can ask a question. I probably don't have answers.
Do you mean Wind Waker and Twilight
I don't
Princess?
mean shit, Mike. I don't know what it means.
Okay.
I don't want to fucking look at Wind Waker again. Piece of shit game.
I like that game a
Yeah,
lot.
no, it's a
That
good
He's
game.
been blasted over those rumors.
Okay.
And then just like last thing, this one's not news because of course, but Nintendo normally does directs in September. We'll probably get a direct in September, right around the time of that Nintendo event that's happening in Seattle.
Around PAX, yeah.
Around PAX time. So yes, but that's like, of course we get that. Yes. So
Okay.
yeah, there you go.
I mean, it makes sense. You can use some more ports and remasters to fill out that schedule while we wait for the Switch 2, I guess. But that's almost like, oh, maybe that stuff early next year. Hearing that might happen this year still is a little bit surprising. Go ahead.
Who knows? Maybe it gets announced later this year. Again, I said exactly what I know. Like that's exactly what I heard. I know it's not a lot. This is a Nintendo show. We can like talk a little bit about rumors, but like something happening later this year with with Zelda, but it's not Tears of the Kingdom. That could just be something gets announced and it does come out early next year. So we'll see. Who knows? And again, this is the kind of thing where I said, oh, Metroid Prime going to get announced at the end of what it was 2022, and then that didn't happen. These things are nebulous. They can change. That happened there. It could happen here as well.
I hope we did all learn a lesson there. Maybe we should have also been more reminding people that plans do change. I know people don't like to hear that because it sounds like an excuse, but it's Nintendo. They do, and we literally had that example last year of Metroid Prime. Obviously.
Why do I get the feeling? And look, Jeff Grubb doesn't know what the Zelda thing is. He basically said Metroid Prime 2 remaster is probably dropping soon. But I get the feeling, and it's only because we know this is happening. But then it's not Tears of the Kingdom related. See, that's the problem here. I was going to say, Zelda Legos. We know they're happening. I got copyright striked over it. But the problem is the Lego set I got copyright striked on was Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild related because it was the Great Deku Tree. And there was two different ones. You could make the Breath of the Wild one or the Ocarina of Time one. But here's the thing. The Breath of the Wild one's the exact same Deku Tree and Tears of the Kingdom. So then it can't be the Zelda Lego set because that is Tears of the Kingdom related. I mean, that's some good stuff. Jeff Grubb, he... like E-Primify being like, he's Nostradamus, he throws a lot of the darts at the board and hoping one sticks. No, that's Zippo. Zippo throws everything at the board and just hoping something happens. Jeff Grubb's actually got a pretty good track record of getting stuff correct, not just with Nintendo, outside of Nintendo. I mean, the thing that gets a lot of Nintendo fans right now is basically the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess stuff, right? That's the one that people like look at him, and he even... You saw him mention, like, I don't even want to touch that. I don't want to talk. Like, he's mad about that one because they got burned so bad on the Wind Waker Twilight Princess stuff. But even like Metroid Prime Remaster, while he wasn't correct on the year it was coming out, he made a bet. And that's why his hair got cut. But he was correct that it existed and it was shadow dropped. Like literally like 3 months later. So, or 2 months later. So like I gotta give, credence here. Where credence is due. Now, when it comes to, whatever the Silex Hunter, I don't know. He's still on Twitter. What about Samus Hunter? I don't know. Samus Hunter stopped posting like over a year ago. Silex Hunter still like says something once in a while, but not a lot. That account basically existed to kill Samus Hunter. Samus Hunter stopped posting basically when Silex Hunter showed up. Maybe they're the same person. Maybe they're not. I have no idea. I don't really worry about that stuff anymore. Stop mentioning the L company. Dude, that's some big news. We gotta make a video, right? Like we haven't had any juicy Nintendo rumors in a while, guys. Like juicy ones. The Pokemon one's pretty juicy, But I'm not knowledgeable enough on that. But Metroid and Zelda, I'm definitely knowledgeable there. We haven't had any juicy rumors in a bit. We've had like tangential Switch 2 stuff, but like legitimate rumors. We haven't really had the juicy stuff in a bit where I've actually had to put rumor in the title. Damn. I might have to go, guys. I might have to go do my job. I might have to actually go do my job. Cool. Well, I got a video to record. I got a video to record. Oh, man. Crazy. Crazy. I got to make sure my layout's working for it, though. Let me look here. We got to go. Whoa, that's not the right layout. There we go. Except that is not correct. We don't want the laptop or that. We want this. And that is, jeez. Hi, chat. That is huge. Let's go. It's 4K, and this is a 1080p screen. 4K. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Nope. Hey, there we go. Keep us live while you make it. I technically can keep it live while I make the video. I don't have to get off the live stream. I do have to turn off the chat. Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. If somebody super chats or subscribes and it pops up, I have to wait till it goes away to continue the recording. I could record it with you guys here. You guys want to see a live recording of a Nintendo Prime video? I don't actually do a lot of edits in my videos now, ePrimify, the way I have it set up right now. I wouldn't be reading the chat. This would be a live stream exclusive. Did I do that shot? I don't feel like I did that shot for Samuel A either. I'm gonna get that shot in quick. You talking in the video while there's a chat going and super chats going in? No, I that would all get cut out in editing. But yeah, I could record a video. I wouldn't. By the way, I like legitimately would not be reading the chat. I'd be ignoring it. And I got, what did I just do with the Jeff Grubb thing? Oh, it's in the other browser. It's in this browser. Why won't this browser expand all the way too? That's weird. All right, so let's expand this. We know we want this back around. We'll go to 12 minutes because it was started at 12:20. All right, there's that for recording purposes. And let me check in. I'm going to glance at the chat one more time here before I do anything. I'm going to refresh it on my laptop because that's where it's going to be up on my laptop. I don't think I've ever recorded a video live before. No, I'm not letting the chat do its thing. We are not Asmongold. We do not clip videos from our live chat. Anyways, I don't want to say I'm more professional than that. He's way more successful than I am, but he only streams. All right, got the shot down. Let's record. Make sure I gotta mute. I gotta mute that, but I gotta leave the other one up because we need to hear Jeff Grubb. All right. And here you go, a little live stream exclusive. If you want a super chat or any other stuff, I please ask that you just wait until after. All right. I guess I'm talking to the one person who super chatted today. We're now recording. Gotta give it a moment. Little frame rate catch up here. All right. Well, guys, we had some breaking news happen, tonight, early morning. I don't know, whenever you're watching this video, I usually don't release late night videos, but every now and then something happens and we're trying to be on top of it. And this actually happened during our live stream. Jeff Grubb opened his damn mouth. You guys remember Jeff Grubb, famous for talking about Metroid Prime Remaster, having to shave his head because it didn't come out in 2022, although Nintendo released it less than 2 months into 2023. So he clearly knew what he was talking about with Metroid Prime Remaster. He just didn't have an exact release date, but he was very confident it was coming out in 2022. Obviously, plans changed. They dropped it as a shadow drop this year back in February. But here's the crazy thing. He also is somewhat disliked by Nintendo fans because of the Wind Waker, Twilight Princess HD. He's been really singing its praises for like a year and a half. Well, here's the thing. He's at it again. And he hasn't been at it again with Nintendo rumors in a bit. He talks about a lot of other rumors and other things that he's actually been right. He's been correct on a bunch of rumors surrounding PlayStation and Xbox over the last year. But now he's back at it again with Nintendo. He had a show. And look, I'm just going to straight up tell you guys right now, the man is telling us that we are about to get Metroid Prime 2 remaster soon, probably September, and something Zelda related. But you don't have to believe me. No. We can just hear it from the man himself. Let's see what he had to say on Last of the Nintendogs, his Nintendo podcast.
Yeah, it's fine. There's been some other stuff, like Microsoft is also expecting a new Switch next year. It doesn't seem like that's really informed on much, except for the very strong.
They're just listening to Last of the Nintendogs like everyone else.
Do you think that all this quietness, do you think that is like the calm before the storm? Do you think some kind of announcement on stuff is imminent, or do you think that's coming later in the year?
Do you want me to like fuck up? Do you want me to do you want me to step in the shit a little bit?
Jeff,
we can make some news.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So,
Stop, Christian. I want to go.
I'm scared. No, don't be too scared.
You're not supposed to. You're not technically here, Christian. Go ahead, Jeff.
Metroid Prime 2 remaster probably is coming out relatively soonish. Like that. That is happening. Let me check see if any hair's falling out. All right, no, we're good. That probably is happening relatively soonish. This next phrase, I'm afraid to say, so I might not actually say. Listen, I don't know what it means. I'm going to tell you what they told me, and then if you take this and you spin it into something else, everybody, it's on you. Okay, good. It's on you. Something not related to Tears of the Kingdom is happening with Zelda later this year. That's what I was told.
Oh no.
Okay.
What?
What do we do with that information?
What?
I don't know. I'm sure. Like we make a little bit of news. Let's do it. Why not? I mean,
okay.
What can we do with that?
Can I ask a question?
You can ask a question. I probably don't have answers.
I have lots of questions.
Do you mean Wind Waker and Twilight Princess?
I don't mean shit, Mike. I don't know what it means.
Okay.
I don't want to fucking look at Wind Waker again. Piece of shit game.
I like that game a lot.
No, it's a good game.
Rules.
Good game.
Okay.
And then just like last thing, this one's not news because of course, but Nintendo normally does directs in September. We'll probably get a direct in September, right around the time of that Nintendo event that's happening in Seattle
around PAX.
Nintendo Live
PAX
2023.
So, yes, but that's like, of course we get that. Yes. So yeah, there you go.
I mean, it makes sense. You can.
All right, so there you have it. What do we do with that sort of information, right? Jeff Grubb, he hasn't stepped in it in a long time when it comes to Nintendo because look, he likes things being double, triple sourced. At this point, I think he's just having some fun, but he's being honest. He heard Metroid Prime 2 remaster dropping soon, probably September direct, as another shadow drop. Is it possible to get 2 Metroid Prime remasters in the same year? Sure. But of course, what a lot of you are probably wondering is Zelda. What the hell are they doing with Zelda? If it's not Tears of the Kingdom DLC, then what the hell are they doing with Zelda? Is it the Wind Waker or Twilight? He doesn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Again, Jeff Grubb doesn't seem to know what it is. Just something Zelda is happening later this year. And he does go on to note a little bit later that from his own speculation, it could just be something announced this year to release early next year. Again, when he meant something Zelda, just something Zelda is going to be announced. He doesn't necessarily mean something Zelda is going to be released, although something Zelda could be released. The Wind Waker Twilight Princess is obviously something that jumps to the top of a lot of hard charts, maybe helping some holiday sales. I don't know, but I originally, when I first saw this, I was thinking, oh, maybe the Zelda Lego set. But then that Zelda Lego set that leaked had a Deku tree from Breath of the Wild. It's the same Deku tree in Tears of the Kingdom, so you could argue that's Tears of the Kingdom related. So then it probably wouldn't be the Zelda Lego set. So what is it? They were seeming to lean heavily towards it being something game related. Although again, Jeff Grubb he said what he heard. Something Zelda that isn't Tears of the Kingdom is happening later this year. What is it? Are we getting more rematch like Grezzo? Grezzo did Link's Awakening. Are we about to get like A Link Between Worlds? Are we going to get Oracle of Ages? Is it even going to be a remaster? What if there's a brand new top-down Zelda game? What if it's a spin-off? What if we get another Hyrule Warriors game? Hey, an actual sequel to the original one where Sia was the bad person, right? Like, maybe we're going to get a sequel to that. Maybe is there going to be an Age of Calamity sequel? I don't know. Is it another Cadence of Hyrule? Are we getting a Cadence of Hyrule 2? There's so many avenues this could be, because when you say something Zelda, it's unlimited possibilities. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go down into the comments below and just make your blind guesses at whatever supposed Zelda thing's going to at least be announced, if not released, later this year. Highly likely to be announced in that September Direct, especially if it's coming this year. What I will note is Nintendo, at least during this whole COVID period from 2020 on, has had this sort of tendency to announce things in September that still come out this year. Things like Age of Calamity and Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So there still could be that September announcement of something coming this year. Man, I don't even want to give a guess, because I'm going to be like, give me Wind Waker, baby. That's what I want. I want it to be Wind Waker HD, but I have no idea what this is going to be. And then we can't forget about the Metroid Prime 2 stuff. Look, the Metroid Prime 1 remake is the second highest reviewed game of the year behind Tears of the Kingdom. If they got Metroid Prime 2 remake, remaster, HD, whatever they're calling it, ready to go, and they're dropping that this year, well, here's what I think is going to happen. That February Direct next year, Metroid Prime 3 remaster will drop then, because we'll get Metroid Prime 4 next holiday season or next October, right? That's... If this happens, I'm just going to feel like they're just going to shadow drop it at the ends of the years and then give us Metroid Prime 4. Look, I don't know. My mind is racing. This is breaking news. We haven't had breaking news like this in a while. Again, this is a rumor, though. So take this with the appropriate levels of salt. They always say take it with a pinch of salt, whatever. Sometimes I say truckloads. Do with this what you will. Jeff Grubb is extremely reliable. For those who are unaware, he is an actual video game journalist with connections. Gotten some stuff wrong. Plans change. He's gotten a lot right as well. You guys do with this what you will. For right now, I got to let my hype die down, and I'm going to catch you guys in our next video. There you guys go. Done. You guys did good. We didn't have any super chats pop up during that. Nobody subscribed to the channel. It's actually kind of sad that no one subscribed to the channel. Damn it. Damn it. And scene. But yes, I'm going to edit this video now while you guys are here, because you guys don't want me to end the live stream. Are you not entertained? I got to get the chat back up. Chat, chickadee chat. Where's the chat? That's the chat. I'm so high, I had no clue what was happening. I was watching a video being made. Just a breaking video. There isn't a whole lot to do with it or a lot of editing with a video like that. Did you get my good side? Let's reshoot. Dude, we're going to get this video up before the stream is over. I'm going to watch. Oh, you know what I didn't record, though? I didn't record any thumbnail. I guess I won't be in this thumbnail. That's fine. Ooh, that's really tiny. Maybe we're going to switch. We're going to put this over here. Put this over here. Hyrule Warriors, the Imprisoning War. Dude. Hold up. Hold up. I'm going to minimize this and we're going to maximize this one. Dude, Hyrule Warriors, the Imprisoning War, man. Who knows? All right. Let's see here. ePrimify wants to see me edit a video. It's nothing like, it's not that crazy. I don't like the sizing on this though. We gotta, here. If I show you guys, let me get rid of that imprisoning more thing. We got to click into here. We're gonna make this bigger. So this is Final Cut. So this is my last video. We got to go with a new project, and it's still 7.18, so we call it 7.18.23. Wait, no, sorry. This is a second video today, so .1.23. Not comma. There we go. All right. It's gonna be this one. Hopefully it's done. Wait. It's gonna be this one. This is on a 4K monitor. I gotta like zoom in. No. All right. Is this where it starts? Well, guys, looks like cut that. You guys are gonna watch me edit it. It's so. Anyways, let's that $2 super chat was the one who said. Well, guys, we had some breaking news happen. Tonight, early morning. I don't know. Whenever you're watching this video, I usually don't release late night videos, but every now and then something happens, and we're trying to be on top of it. And this actually happened during our live stream. Jeff Grubb opened his damn mouth. You guys remember Jeff Grubb, famous for talking about Metroid Prime Remaster, having to shave his head because it didn't come out in 2022, although Nintendo released it less than 2 months into 2023. So he clearly knew what he was talking about with Metroid Prime Remaster. He just didn't have an exact release date, but he was very confident it was coming out in 2022. Obviously, plans changed. They dropped it as a shadow drop this year back in February. But here's the crazy thing. He also is somewhat disliked by Nintendo fans because of the Wind Waker, Twilight Princess HD. He's been really singing its praises for like a year and a half. Well, here's the thing. He's at it again. And he hasn't been at it again with Nintendo rumors in a bit. He talks about a lot of other rumors and other things that he's actually been right. He's been correct on a bunch of rumors surrounding PlayStation and Xbox over the last year. But now he's back at it again with Nintendo. He had a show. And look, I'm just going to straight up tell you guys right now, the man is telling us that we are about to get Metroid Prime 2 remaster soon, probably September, and something Zelda related. But you don't have to believe me. No. We can just hear it from the man himself. Let's see what he had to say. Let's see what he had to say on Last of the Nintendogs, his Nintendo podcast. Nintendo podcast.
Yeah, it's fine. There's been some other stuff like Microsoft is also expecting us some kind of announcement. Oh, look. Yeah, let's do that, Jeff.
Metroid might not actually say something. I mean,
okay.
What piece of shit game?
I like that.
Get a direct in September.
Nope, we're not muting, not putting beeps up on the F words or anything.
I mean, it makes sense. You can.
All right, so there you have it. What do we do with that sort of information, right? Jeff Grubb, he hasn't stepped in it in a long time when it comes to Nintendo because, look, he likes things being double, triple sourced. At this point, I think he's just having some fun, but he's being honest. he heard Metroid Prime 2 Remaster dropping soon, probably September Direct, as another shadow drop. Is it possible to get 2 Metroid Prime remasters in the same year? Sure. But of course, what a lot of you are probably wondering is Zelda. What the hell are they doing with Zelda? If it's not Tears of the Kingdom DLC, then what the hell are they doing with Zelda? Is it the Wind Waker or Twilight? He doesn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Again, Jeff Grubb doesn't seem to know what it is. Just something Zelda is happening later this year. And he does go on to note a little bit later that from his own speculation, it could just be something announced this year to release early next year. Again, when he meant something Zelda, just something Zelda is going to be announced. He doesn't necessarily mean something Zelda is going to be released, although something Zelda could be released. The Wind Waker or Twilight Princess is obviously something that jumps to the top of a lot of hard charts, maybe helping some holiday sales. I don't know, but I originally, when I first saw this, I was thinking, oh, maybe the Zelda Lego set. But then that Zelda Lego set that leaked had a Deku tree from Breath of the Wild. It's the same Deku tree in Tears of the Kingdom, so you could argue that's Tears of the Kingdom related. So then it probably wouldn't be the Zelda Lego set. So what is it? They were seeming to lean heavily towards it being something game related. Although again, Jeff Grubb he said what he heard. Something Zelda that isn't Tears of the Kingdom is happening later this year. What is it? Are we getting more rematch? Like Grezzo did Link's Awakening. Are we about to get like A Link Between Worlds? Are we going to get Oracle of Ages? Is it even going to be a remaster? What if there's a brand new top-down Zelda game? What if it's a spin-off? What if we get another Hyrule Warriors game? Like hey, an actual sequel to the original one where Sia was the bad person, right? Like maybe we're going to get a sequel to that. Maybe is there going to be an Age of Calamity sequel? I don't know. Is it another Cadence of Hyrule? Are we getting a Cadence of Hyrule 2? I don't know. Like there's so many avenues this could be, because when you say something Zelda, it's unlimited possibilities. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go down into the comments below and just make your blind guesses at whatever supposed Zelda thing's going to at least be announced, if not released, later this year. Highly likely to be announced in that September Direct, especially if it's coming this year. What I will note is Nintendo, at least during this whole COVID period from 2020 on, has had this sort of tendency to announce things in September that still come out this year. Things like Age of Calamity and Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So like there still could be that September announcement of something coming this year. Man, I don't even want to give a guess, because I'm going to be like, give me Wind Waker, baby. That's what I want. I want it to be Wind Waker HD, but I have no idea what this is going to be. And then we can't forget about the Metroid Prime 2 stuff. Look, the Metroid Prime 1 remake is the second highest reviewed game of the year, behind Tears of the Kingdom. If they got Metroid Prime 2 remake, remaster, HD, whatever they're calling it, ready to go, and they're dropping that this year, well, here's what I think is going to happen. That February Direct next year, Metroid Prime 3 remaster will drop then, because we'll get Metroid Prime 4 next holiday season or next October, right? Like that's... If this happens, I'm just going to feel like they're just going to shadow drop it at the ends of the years and then give us Metroid Prime 4. Look, I don't know. My mind is racing. This is breaking news. We haven't had breaking news like this in a while. Again, this is a rumor, though. So take this with the appropriate levels of salt. They always say take it with a pinch of salt, whatever. Sometimes I say truckloads. Do with this what you will. Jeff Grubb is extremely reliable. For those who are unaware, he is an actual video game journalist with connections. Gotten some stuff wrong. Plans change. He's gotten a lot right as well. You guys do with this what you will. For right now, I got to let my hype die down, and I'm going to catch you guys in our next video. All right. See, pretty simple. I'm not going to throw any trailers or anything in. Sometimes I'll do that, but since this is breaking news and we're trying to get it out quick, we're not going to do like any of that extra editing. We're just going to go ahead and throw in our end here. We go here and grab our Super Mario Galaxy music. We drop this 12 dB. Come over here. Cut it here. Boom. See, nice and easy. the way I have things set up now, I can get out stories like this super quick without a ton of editing. So there you go. That is up here now, doing this thing, rendering out. So yeah, just like that. Like it's super quick to edit videos now on my end. One, because of the Mac Studio makes it easy. Final Cut makes it pretty easy as well. But also the way I have things set up with my new style of videos, I don't have to go and throw in a ton of editing if I don't want to. So if I want to get a video up really quickly, now to make that video higher quality, that at a really long, like 5 minute, 4 minute period of just me talking, splicing in footage would have been something I probably would have done if this wasn't a video I was trying to rush out. So there is a little bit of video quality degradation because I didn't splice in a bunch of game footage like I would for a long period like that. Especially, but hey, I think it's pretty cool. Sometimes I would have went in there and bleeped out the swear words every time Jeff Grubb swore, but I'm like, you know what? It's breaking news. You can swear on YouTube. So it's not the end of the world. I think we'll be all right. Could be Amiibo, but the Amiibo can't be Tears of the Kingdom related. It can't be Tears of the Kingdom. He said it's not Tears of the Kingdom related. And we already know about the Zelda Amiibo. They already announced them. So unless there's a new type of Zelda Amiibo that's not Tears of the Kingdom, you know what I mean? They already announced that. That wouldn't even be new news. So we'll see. No idea. Obviously, this isn't my news report. It's their news report. But let's see where we're at. Is it done rendering? Got a Final Cut. Almost 75%. Renders pretty quick. Let's see here. Maybe they'll pull an Atlas and just announce a concert or something. Yeah, he said it's not Tears of the Kingdom related. That was the big part of the news. So the question is, here chat, help me come up with a title. How clickbaity are we going to get? How clickbaity are we going to get with this one? If we go all the way true clickbait, rumor, new Zelda game to be announced later this year. Or new Zelda game announced later this year. That would be massive clickbait. Because technically he didn't say Zelda game. He said something Zelda. But it would get a lot of views. It would get a lot of views. It would, straight up, that would be a lot of views. It's done. I'm going to hit upload right now. I haven't made a thumbnail yet. And the thing is, I don't want to ignore the Metroid part. I just know the Zelda. I know it's a two-part rumor. Because you have the Zelda and the Metroid. The thing is, the Zelda's the bigger story. It's going to get the most views. So you focus on Zelda in it. But where is my video? It's right. I'm under downloads. I gotta go to desktop. And then I gotta go to Nintendo Prime. And then we go down to news videos. And then there it is. All right. Well, you got to remember, Joycey, they have announced Amiibo right now that haven't even released. I don't know if they're going to suddenly announce more, but they could. But he said something Zelda not related to Tears of the Kingdom. That's all he said. He said what he just said what he was told. He was told something Zelda that isn't Tears of the Kingdom related. How you want to interpret that? I just kind of take it at face value as okay. Ignore Tears of the Kingdom. What could it be? Anyways. I mean, gosh, yes. I'm sitting over here like rumor. I like to come up with the title before I make the thumbnail. You know. I mean, that's the money title right there. That's the money title. That's the money shot. That's the give me all your views. Oh, I should have did an Into the AM mention. I'm wearing Into the AM shirt. I should have mentioned that in the video. Yeah, we don't know what it is. Like they speculate later, Joycey, on games. But I mean, of course, that's the first thing you jump to is games. We don't really know what it is. I mean, this is total clickbait to use that title, but it is the money title. Then we got to go to... we got to leave that open because the chat's in there. I got to go to studio. I got to go grab the description here. Oops. All right, then we got to go back to here. There we go. Possible. With what the Metroid Prime 2 remaster mentioned in the description. We gotta grab a link to the video, which is here. For the source. For those who don't know, I always put my sources in the description. Always, always, always. Everything is sourced. We're not gonna do, because it's a single topic and we go right into it, we're not gonna have to worry about timestamps. There's no ad or anything. We'll get rid of Switch Pro. Let's put Zelda here. And let's put Metroid Prime 2 Remaster. And then I kind of use the same tags otherwise. There is no paid ads in here. We'll come down here and then we'll go... new Zelda game, Nintendo Switch news, Nintendo news, Metroid Prime 2 HD, Metroid Prime 2 Remaster. Then I use this vidIQ thing. New Zelda game. Sure, we'll throw Tears of the Kingdom in there because it's still a highly searched term right now. The Legend of Zelda. Like we want it to go to Tears of the Kingdom fans. So you're gonna throw that stuff in there. All right, couple Legend of Zelda stuff. We'll come in there. Let's hit our Nintendo Switch news. By the way, these tags aren't as relevant as they used to be. It used to be a lot more relevant, but these tags they don't do as much as they used to do. And then we want to make sure we get some Metroid Prime 2 stuff in here. We're limited in how much we can do, so we might already be at our limit. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. 478 out of 500. Okay. Our playlist here, this is going to be under rumors and leaks. Yeah, we'll leave it under rumors and leaks. We won't call it straight up news. Okay. Now it's just thumbnail time. I got to figure out what to make for a thumbnail. Zelda game wise, God, what's a really clicky, like, Oracle of Ages HD? Maybe? Is there like a Switch, a fan mock-up Switch? There's one of my old thumbnails. This is one of my old thumbnails. Literally, that's straight up from my channel. Oh, it's funny. I don't know what a good clickable. Hold on, let me see if my thumbnail guy's available. There's no way he's available this late. It's like midnight for him. But I'll message him. I'll message my thumbnail guy. If he's available, I'll just have him make it. Because this video, it's going to cost me $16 for him to make the thumbnail, but the video should make more than $16. I think this video is going to get a lot of views. A lot of views. Even dropping it right now, it'll get a lot of views. It'll just get a second swing of views once people wake up. It's like seeing how the sausage is made. What if they're remaking and remastering the very first Zelda game to get people who don't know Zelda's story lore? Maybe. I have no idea. The thing is, like, we don't know. Title. Wait, what was Joyce's? Yay, Zelda stuff. Mobile Nation. No more Dex Cut future Pokemon games. I don't. Okay. I have no idea what's going on. See if my thumbnail guy responded. I have it on Do Not Disturb right now, so I'm in bed. Of course he's in bed. I'm like, it's super late. He's technically not sleeping. I woke him up. I just say, sorry, man, go back to bed. No, I got to make my own thumb. All right, that's fine. God, I suck at Photoshop. So here we go. First up, we got to open our... You guys can watch what I'm doing. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do for this thumbnail. This is what's going to take me the longest, is figuring out the thumb. I thought I made a PSD. I did right here. Okay. That was for the stream tonight, but boom. All right. Okay. We're not going to have me in the thumbnail at all, so. And we're not going to have that either. Or that. We might be able to still use that background. We'll see. But what we need is extremely clickable Zelda game things. Like, I was looking at Oracle of Ages isn't that clickable. Oh, here we go. Ocarina of Time HD, baby. Someone, here we go. I don't like using the art from the old fake Zelda trailer thing. Let's see if there's another fan mock-up. Ooh. Hero of Time Collection, but that's not a very good font there. I could replace that with some better text. No, we can't use the 35th anniversary stuff. You can tell when people who don't have like an eye for design makes this stuff. Yeah, but you got to put something besides Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD. You got to do something besides them. Because, like, those have been talked about so much. I do like that one with the upside down. I think we'll use, though... I think this one's... See, that one, it just blends too much together. Is there other... Hey, there's Sumbro Nation. He used this one. Ooh, that's a nice looking one. That's a nice looking one. I see why he used that one. All right, we'll use that image. By the way, we have to open the source. We got to source our images. Make sure, is this an actual, okay, yeah, it's an actual source. Yeah. Want to link to that image source. The Wind Waker HD. Wait, switch. See, we can't do the 30th anniversary collection thing though. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. I think we're gonna jack this. We'll get some credit for the edit. Credit for the edit. And then see, I want to hint that it might not be a remaster though. I want to hint that it's a new game. There's probably not any made up Zelda game art though. Just do Zelda Switch. Is there any like just made up game art? That someone just like made up a game before we knew what Tears of the Kingdom was? Nah, they're not gonna find much. Okay, let's go add those to this and let's see what it looks like. We might go with a different background because I just used this one on a prior video. But let's open up this art and this one. Those are the two. Okay. Let's grab this one first. I'm gonna go in with our, because this is in 4K and I don't. The monitor I usually edit on isn't in 4K. I can't tell if everything is selected. It's so zoomed out. I'll just zoom it in a moment here. We'll just do that right now because I can't see shit. Are you going to let me zoom in? Damn. Couldn't tell what I was selecting. Okay, we got all of that. In between there, we gotta get the bottom of the switch. We gotta get rid of that. Buttons here, we gotta get that as well. This whole thing, this up here. Top of the switch. Got that. See if we can get a little bit of that shoulder in. All right. See, getting this is a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes. All right. There's probably an easier way to do it, but again, I suck at Photoshop, so that's fine. Boom, boom. Oh, I forgot to grab. See, I forgot to grab that button name. It's not gonna matter. It's gonna be off screen, I think. Let's. Come in here. I think this. No, wait, no, we can't do that. No, damn it. I forgot. If I do that, it's gonna erase the plastic. So we still gotta go with this stupid manual select thing. Because these plastic cases are almost white. So you can't just erase the white background. It yells at you. Again, there's probably a better way to do this. Oops, made a mistake. It's whatever. Just zip around. All right, let's erase this part here. here. Up here. All right. Man, that's a very rough cut. I don't know if that's everything. No, the E and the S down here, ESRB, the everyone here. All right, I guess we'll find out. We'll copy that. Come back over here, paste. Man, that looks rough. Let's fix those edges by making people forget the edges are there. I didn't really do much. If I increase the spread. Nope. There we go. Now people can forget those edges are rough cut. Maybe this should come out from behind the switch. And then let's maybe add a slight rotation in like this and go text on top. Layer. Let's go with stroke on that. And text needs to be colored. Let's give it a gradient. You guys are you guys bored watching me do this? That's not the right gradient. Purple maybe? Wrong shade. It's okay. Like any of those. How about a blue? Yeah, but that blue doesn't contrast enough. We're just gonna go with screw it, no gradient. Could just keep it white, or we can go with my ever classic yellow. I don't know. I suck at this. I'm bad at making thumbnails. I think it's too much text anyways. Let's go with whoa. Big news. Wait, we're clickbaiting, remember? I gotta think of clickbait. Big news. Won't let me. I think that just blends in too much. You know what I think it is? I think it's the background. I think this background isn't a good one. That's a bit better. Makes it stand out more. We have this one too. Ooh, I love that background. Let's shift some things around here. Damn, let's have some fun. Oh, I didn't capture that, did I? No, I didn't capture that. You fucker. Just when I thought it was good. I'm going to come in here. We're going to try to put this one right over the top. It's okay. We'll hide this one. We'll just redo the. It should be the same. Outer glow settings. Yeah. Oh, damn it! You know, we also didn't grab the damn foot. Oh my gosh. How many times are we gonna mess this up? The funny thing is, it's so small, I don't think anyone would have saw the foot if I didn't say anything. But I saw it, and I knew it was there. So we're putting the foot back in. Damn it. This happens a lot. I feel like the Switch should have an outer glow too now. Because the background's darker. Like, what's a drop shadow look like? Yeah, no, drop shadow's not the way. Outer glow. There we go. There we go. Now I think we're cooking. Now I think that looks like a decent thumbnail right there. I am curious what this looks like as white. So the text. So let's go like this. We're gonna make it white, and let's just see what it looks like. No, it look better as yellow, I think. All right. File, save a copy. I don't even know. I'm rushed. So we're going to save it as a JPEG because that's what YouTube likes. Rushed, save. There we go. See, I think that's a nice looking thumbnail. I think that'll get the point across. So you do want to spend a little, you see, I spent a little time on that. You want to spend a little time on your thumbnail. Because you want, the thumbnail and the title are everything for views. Honestly, your content can almost be garbage if you have a good thumbnail title sources. All right. All right. Cool. No, we're all good. That's all good. Next. Yep, that's good. Next. That's good. Next. No hateful content. No. Technically, there is inappropriate language. Technically. But we're not going to say anything. But technically, there's inappropriate language. Thanks, Jeff Grubb. End screen. Boop. Checks are good. It's in HD already. Good to go. Public. And boom. Get out there. There you go, guys. You watched me start to finish record and publish a video in less than an hour. Look at that. Yeah, I think that's a good... We'll see. Obviously, like, there's times I make thumbnails and I think they look halfway decent, and then they end up looking like crap. Like, if we look at the channel right now, I'm going to zoom this in. Let's close this. So look at the channel right now. You can see I use this background over here, but see, this video didn't get very many views, right? There was hardly any views on this video. So most people didn't see this background get used before. So we'll see how this does. I'm hopeful. See, this video really only did slightly better than this video. This one did obviously do good. This one did fine. But anyways, I like it. We'll see what happens. And boom, hey, Doc A got a notification. And now we got to do what we always do. I got to go like this. We got to go post this on like Twitter. Bam. We'll retweet it in the morning. Everything before the and. Let's make sure that's the right URL. Well, guys, we had some... Yep. Boom. Tweet. Send now. Pin. All right. We got that. people are gonna get mad in our Discord server. There was just an at everyone in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. In our Discord server, people are gonna get pissed. Because Me6 just automatically does it right away. There's always people that get pissed about it. Anyways, it's not about how the video does right now, it's how it does after I wake up. Because I expect it to be lower than normal views this late at night, but I expect it to bounce back in the morning. So I expect views to be pretty low on the video tonight, but I expect to bounce back in the morning. It's going to get a lot of those when everyone wakes up kind of views. You know? Right now, 83% of the views are notifications. Nobody's finding it on YouTube. It's all just you guys clicking the video. Anyways. Are we really only at 31 views on the... I have no idea. Are we really seriously only at 31 views? No, I mean on the stream right now. Yeah, 30 concurrent viewers. Everyone vanished because nobody wanted to watch me make a video. Shouldn't say nobody. The few that stuck around wanted to watch me make a video. So your new video is rendering right now. How long does that take? Just curious. It's out already. It's out. On my Mac Studio, nothing. I mean... Gosh, that was how long was that video? Like 8 minutes and 30 seconds or something? 9 minutes? I didn't even look. Let me glance. That's 8 minutes and 50. So basically a 9-minute video. The footage was all 1080p, so it wasn't downscaled 4K. Sometimes I'll do direct record on the camera in 4K. And sometimes I'll even put out a 4K video, but it was a pretty simple edit. There wasn't a lot going on. It rendered out in, a minute, maybe. It was super quick. But my Mac Studio is that fast. When it's like a 10-minute 4K video with multiple layers of stuff going on, other things spliced in, maybe a background track, basically a more complicated edit that I do sometimes. Those ones will usually render out in about 3 minutes. And on my old computer before it died, that would take 40 minutes, maybe an hour. So a new computer is badass. You enjoyed it. Yep, there's a pop-up notification on your iPhone. Nice. Do you count as your first view? Yes. Yeah, that was quick. Now, I want to be clear, not all my content is that quick to make. It could be a little bit of a misnomer. You watch me do that. Man, your job isn't that hard. You just pulled that off in an hour. Well, one, I've been doing this a long time, so I'm a lot faster now than I used to be. But a lot of the time spent on my videos, because I'm a news channel, right? This is the big thing to remember. I'm a news channel. When I do a discussion video, there's a lot more editing that goes into discussion videos. News video is all about delivering news. So the time-consuming thing is the research. One, you need to find a story, then you need to research the story. My video earlier today, this video, let me just load it up and show you guys. This video, Sumo Wrestling popped up, what the hell? This video here, this 15-minute video, let's see. From the time I hit record to the time I hit publish was probably about an hour and a half. However, before I could even record, I spent 2 hours reading through 152, 153 or something pages of a legal document. Just reading through it, keep taking notes, figuring out what I wanted to show in the video. A huge part of my videos now, because I'm trying to make it pretty easy to go from record to publish, is a lot of the work now is being done before I even hit record. It's not just research, it's setting up what I want to show. So when I'm going to this look here, and we have our laptop up like usual because I'll have the articles up on the laptop. This is where like I need to have the right tabs open. I need to go like this. I need to try to make sure they're full screen. See, this is one of the things we did earlier today. I need to know exactly what I'm reading, what I'm pointing at, trying to make it visually pleasing. Try to make sure I balance between talking like this and talking like this. But this is not to say all my videos are going to be this way. Not all my videos are going to continue to be this way. I have a whole nother set with a light up Nintendo Prime sign. I want to use that a bit more for some videos. So I'm just trying to find the right balance. Right now, the way I'm doing videos now is quick, but I don't know that the quality's there. So I want to mix things up. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I've gotten quicker at a lot of things that used to take me a long time. I used to spend a lot of time with multiple recording takes. You guys saw I pulled that off in one take. There's sometimes I have to do like 2, 3, 4 takes. But back in the day, gosh, one video back in the day, I would probably have like 7 different recordings that I'm splicing footage out of. Because I just wasn't confident behind a camera. I mean, if you don't think my videos are quality, all right, I mean, that's fair. Some 48 likes already. Reading comments can be so bad sometimes. I understand why people always talk about how this is like, people talk about this being bad for mental health, reading comments. It really can be like insanely bad for mental health. Like this one's got like 250 plus comments or something. And I even pinned a comment with an update for information. Where's like after I realized this video had a little bit of misinformation in it, which happens because I didn't read the legal documents. Nintendo has to also give back to Xbox. It's not really. Look at this. Like, so I'm going through this right now, right? Like, oh, where's the negative comments? That's the thing. There isn't a lot of negative comments. What people don't realize, and this is from the content creator side. Every comment made on my videos pops up on my phone. All of them pop up on my phone. And because of that, I see each individual comment. So while a majority of comments are positive, something like this will just sit there right at the top of my phone. The distance between this comment and this comment will leave this just sitting there as a notification on my phone. This is fake news. They only confirmed Call of Duty coming to Switch platform for 10 years. They technically confirmed a little more, but nothing else was confirmed. You should take this video down. It's false. Again, it's a negative comment, and it'll just sit there on my phone. So, like when people talk about like why the negative comments like stick out, they just do. Well, of all these positive comments, and like there'll be like that one in there, and it just eats you. Now that one really wasn't that bad. Someone told me to take my video down that always pisses me off because clearly if there's mistakes, I'm gonna correct it. The problem, the one advantage that print media still has, and I shouldn't say print, but more like traditional internet website media, your CNNs, your Fox News or whatever, your IGNs and Kotakus, is that when they make a mistake, like Xbooter did, they can edit the article. They can change the title. They can add a note. They can go in and change the wording in the article and fix it. But when that news is brought to you in video form, we don't have the ability to go into the video and just change it after it's posted. It's just there. It's just there. So while we can edit the title, we can edit the description, we can put a pinned comment, we can't change the video. So I don't like to go edit the title and all that when it matches the content inside the video, since I can't edit the video. What I'd rather do is make a follow-up video, as I did today, that contains all the corrections. But the problem is, because of the way the YouTube algorithm works, a lot of people that saw yesterday's video didn't see today's video. So they didn't see the corrections. All they see is the mistake. So later, if it ends up not being true, they'll come at me and be like, what's wrong with you? Even though I showed the source in the video where the information came from, they'll come at me and I'll be like, but I technically already addressed this literally the very next day with a more in-depth video and even more information directly from the legal documents. Like, this is something I've already dealt with. But I'll get negative comments down the road from it. And the stuff always just sticks out when you're digging through comments as a content creator. Chris Gonzalez was like, I tell you, I hate seeing Switch 2 content. I know it hits really big most of the time, but I like your other content much better. That's why I don't watch Odyssey anymore. Oh, you're talking about Mike? Mike Odyssey? I haven't watched any of his videos in a while, to be honest. Pretty much everything he's posting about, I already know about. Like that's why I don't watch most content creators.
All right, before we get in-
yeah, like on Mike's channel here, you know, I mean, you could see it. It's all Switch 2 stuff, except this one. But Switch 2. Now I know what Mike's doing. Mike's actually getting pretty decent views. 3K, 5K, 9K, 4K, almost 6K. So he's getting decent views, especially for a channel his size. But what he's trying to do is become the number one Nintendo Switch 2 YouTuber. He's trying to... That's why he's focusing on it so much. He wants to be the number one. So if this thing is called Nintendo Switch 2, which it probably isn't, but if it is, he wants his channel seen as the number one place to go for Switch 2 news. And so that's why he pretty much almost exclusively focuses on it. Because he's trying to hit the algorithm to push him really hard once it's announced. Because he's only going to get so many views before it's announced. But once it's announced, he wants the YouTube algorithm to push his videos because he's built up a catalog of videos for a year, 2 years. Other people like me cover Switch 2. Absolutely. You can see it on my channel. And you admitted you don't like watching my Switch 2 videos. But it's not every video, right? So like we have, like this one's technically a bit related to Switch 2. There's more, this isn't really, there's a small little tidbit in here on Switch 2 from the legal documents, but it's mostly about games. But like, this one has a little bit of Switch 2, but it's mostly just about games. But then Switch 2, right? Switch 2. Switch 2. But you see, it's not every video. Switch 2. It's a lot of videos. Switch 2. But with those, we got Zelda, Nintendo warning, other Nintendo news. I don't remember what it is. Like there's Sonic Superstars there. Zelda. The story about the girl who was found. Zelda. Got a lot of Zelda. This is other more general news about other games, but a Lots of Zelda. But yeah, like Mario Wonder in here. So while we have a lot of Switch 2 content, because of course we do, because things heated up, it's not all we post. And we're slowly drifting away from relying on Zelda. It just so happens that, we had a Zelda story right now. But we're slowly drifting away from Zelda also being like everything we talk about. I mean, just look along and go like, look, Zelda, 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 Zelda. Like Zelda, 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 Zelda. We're slowly starting to get into other stuff. I'm really mad I don't have a Pikmin video in here at all. Not happy about that, but anyways. But it's cool that you don't like my Switch 2 content, and that's fine. But I post other stuff. Like I have a video tomorrow it's tangentially related to Switch 2, but it's not really it's about a game. It's a video about a game coming to Switch 2, but it's not really. It's not like a Switch 2. I don't really know how to explain it. It's about a game that appears to be coming from Ubisoft to Switch 2. But it's not really about Switch 2, the video. Like, we're not getting into specs or talking release date or blah, blah, blah. It's just about a game Ubisoft's making and then a bunch of, tangential evidence that's stacked up suggesting that it could be coming. And based on what the game is, it would be for the next system. But, like, it's not technically a Switch 2, like a normal Switch 2 video, but it is related. I don't really know how to say it. Like, I guess you can argue it's still a Switch 2 video, but it's not a typical Switch 2 video, I guess, is what I would say. I just DM me something, Paul? Oh, boy. What'd you DM me? If that's manual shift, it just needs the white. It just needs the white racer stripe. Dude, I love your license plate. He DM'd me his Dodge Charger. It's my dream car. I want a red Dodge Charger manual shift, but I want just the red racing stripes on it. But I love the license plate. Oh, man. That's awesome. I like your mixed videos and watch most all your videos, but yours are more in depth and mixed stuff in between. Yeah, look, as I said, I don't really watch Mike's content anymore, so I don't really know what his is like. But I'm assuming it's pretty much the same as what it used to be, except he's more focused on one topic. But I could be wrong. Maybe he's still doing his quick news bits or something. Beats me. But yeah, I try to be really. I decided on my channel. So every now and then I'll have a video that's got like 3 or 4 stories in it. But what I've discovered on YouTube is, Spawnwave is got really popular with his Newswave thing. And I could easily, with the format I'm doing now, hit on a bunch of news stories. It would work just fine. But I have found that focusing on like 1 or 2 is better and going a bit more in depth on them if I can. Now, if it happens to be a day there's not a lot to talk about, and all that's really out there is a bunch of smaller stories, like, yeah, you can combine a bunch of smaller stories into one big video. But, it's one of those things that it's really hard to target titles, basically. And even I've noticed with Spawnwave, he's been doing this Newswave thing for a hell of a long time, and he's going to keep it going. Hold on, let me. One thing I've noticed on his channel, because he's one of those ones that does all those stories in one video. Let me open up his Newswave playlist here. So when you look at his Newswave playlist, you'll see that his views haven't necessarily like grown. Like 87, 81, 76, and we're talking in thousands here, 96, 93, 105, 112, 117, 52, 125, 129, 129, 96, 113, 82, 140, 104, 99, 87, 94, 81, 88, 84, 102. So outside of like an occasional one, like this 140 here, which I don't know how that's in Newswave. I think this is a single topic. It's about the FTC stuff. But scrolling down, like, you know, like this individual video, this isn't a Newswave episode. Like, this isn't Newswave. So, like, he'll get some that hit up in the 120s. But, I mean, look at this. Months ago. You know, just go back. You know, just go back. You know, 87, 76, 78, 103. Go back, 115. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back, you know, even further here. Let's go back a year. And I'm just going to keep scrolling down for a bit. So see, now we're over a year ago. 130, 127, 103, 142, 82, 106, 168 on this one. 75, 108, 123, 99, 97, 90. So his show isn't really growing. It just is what it is. It just stays constant. Now, big credit to him that he has stayed constant. He's going to land somewhere between 70 and 120K typically. Awesome for him. Like, obviously, you have a show doing those kind of numbers, you just keep doing that show. But it's stagnated. It's not growing. So I need to find ways, and I'm not as big as him, obviously, finding ways to grow while doing something I enjoy, and I don't ever want to just stay in one place. I don't want to stagnate. And when you look at my channel, which doesn't necessarily have a specific show anymore, you can look at my videos and you can see, you know, the 10K, 10K, 12K, 18K. And then as we go back here, you'll see during our big Zelda rush, our Tears of the Kingdom videos before the game came out, they were all doing really, really big numbers, for my channel, relative anyways. But let's go back to before the Zelda stuff. Let's go back, you know, you just saw like 10K, 10K, 20K, whatever. Let me just go back, like, let's go, what? 7 months ago? I mean, look, 4.2. We had a 15K one here, but then we had 3.4, 5.1, 37K here, but 2.3, 4.1, 6K, 1.9, 695, 3.9, 7.1, 1.7, 1.6, 9.4, 4.7, 2.5, 2.1. Here's a 9K with Zelda. 1.2, 1.5, 1.8, 1.2. That was 7 months ago. Okay. Lots of things only in the 1,000 range. Then you look at today and you go, we don't know what this one's going to do yet, but you see 4.2. This is probably a bit higher. It's probably like 5,000 because the numbers aren't really up to date for 24 hours. But then you see 13K. This one's a bit lower, like the old videos, 2.6. Don't know why. I think it was a big story, but no one cared. And then you see 10, 10, 12, 18, 11, 5.1, 9.3, 14, 12, 9.7, 7.9, 28, 9.5. Here's a 5.9, but then 8, 22. So you can see the channel has grown, even though we're no longer in that Zelda rush anymore. The channel from 7 months ago to today has increased in views. So my goal is like 7 months from now, we're looking back at these numbers and going, oh, this is low. 13K. You know, 4.2, gosh, we don't get anything below 10K anymore. You know, that's my goal. Like 7 months from now, a 2.6, no. The lowest we bottom out at 10. And like we're looking at these 10, 10, 12, 18, and now that's more like 25, 30. So that's my goal 7 months from now, is you just kind of stack and keep growing. But we'll see what happens. I don't know that that's going to be the case. I don't know that 7 months from now, you know, February of next year, that's where we're going to be. But we'll see. But we'll see. That's the goal. Keep growing. Keep doing our thing. Do RGT next. RGT. See, I knew that Spawn Wave stagnated. RGT is probably stagnated too. Well, let's see. Let's do the 7 month thing like I just did. Give that nice little 7 month window. I still want 4 on screen. Okay. So you see he's getting 43, 46, 17, 89, 30, 64, 61, 40, 16. So like his bottom ones are bottoming out at like 16, 17, and he's topping out. You know, occasionally he'll still get up to 100K, but he's topping out between like 60 to 70 typically. Most of the videos falling in that 40K range. Okay, so that's recent. Let's go back 7 months and see what he was doing 7 months ago. See if he's grown, shrunk. Almost there. It's about the 7th month mark. Well, all right, so 7 months. So we got 73, 16, 68, 22, 109, 30, 27, 28, 62, 52, 65, 68, 52. This one did especially good for him. Not surprised though, based on the topic. That's a very good thumbnail, and this is very much like a Spawn Wave thumbnail with an RGT take with him looking at his Switch. It's a classic RGT thumbnail. Very good title. 31, 42, 86, 60. Yeah, like he hasn't grown. I mean, you can argue he potentially was doing numbers bigger in some cases. So I would say he's stagnated as well, which is fine. He knows. What do I think the Zelda game is? I have no idea. What's up, Andres? How you doing, man? Do you next? Andres, restart. Don't you do yourself all the time, bud? Maybe he wants me to do it because he wants to be motivated. Or maybe, here's the problem. If this doesn't look like he's grown from 7 months ago, Andres might cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. All right, let's take a look at your videos here. You got 4.3, 6.2, 8.3, 3.1, 2.3, 4.3, 7.4, 7, 4.8, 11, 3.1, 9. All right, so you're doing anywhere from like a low video here of 1.6 to 10 to 11K, with most things falling between like 6 to 8K. All right, just for averages. Obviously, you'll occasionally have these videos that slap for 20K, 53K, but these will be like your spikes. But your averages are probably right around 5 to 8K, right in that range. All right, cool. That's now. Let's go back 7 months. Let's go back 7 months. Let's see what was going on 7 months ago. Because I don't like to look at, like, I do the 7 month window because it eliminates the Tears of the Kingdom window. Like, I want to eliminate that specific window because you can't focus on one thing that everyone was trending for. What were you doing before that? What are you doing after? You know? So let's go to that 7 month window. There's 6 months. Here we go. 7 months. Beginning here. So we got 1K. Okay, that's the lowest I've seen. 3.5, 5.2, 3.2, 2.1, 2.1, 1.6. There's a 6.5. 4.9, 2.8, 1.6, 2.4. There's a 10. 3.7, 3.6, 3.3. So I would say, here's one under 1,000. See? So I definitely see your channels getting more, a higher average view per video. I would say back then, even counting some of these ones that hit 6K, it looks like you're probably averaging close to 3 to 4K maybe at best back then, where now you're like 5 to 8. So you've almost doubled your average views. I mean, you still have your occasional spike videos. Your spike videos aren't spiking as high as they are now, with some of those Zelda spikes. But yeah, I mean, just look at this. I mean, all these 2,000 view videos, 1,000 view videos. Yeah, you have doubled your viewership. I would say your average viewership has doubled. So now the goal is look ahead 7 months from now, Andres. Did you double again? So now are these 6.2? Is this a 12? Is this a 16? Is this a 6.2? Is this a 4.6? See if it doubles. That's how I always look at it, as 6-7 month increments. How you doing? If you're still doing what you were doing 6 to 7 months ago, then you're stagnant, not growing. Yeah, motivation, double again. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm looking at it as when I get to February next year, have I doubled? I want to keep doubling. Every 6-7 months, double. We got Mario coming up. That's probably going to help. But then post-holidays, it's going to be February. There's going to be a direct in February. Great time to kind of look back at the channel and go, hey, let's look back to July last year. Let's see what was going on. Let's compare. I personally like doing those comparisons because I think it gives a grander viewpoint of where your channel's at. Because we all know, like I'm just, we're in that post Tears of the Kingdom. We're sort of in a down period until we get to the holidays, right? Or until we get to September. September on should be pretty nice. But we're sort of in that a little bit of a lull period. And that's a good gauge of, have you grown? 7 months ago was a lull period for me. Have I grown? So yeah, it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet, man. Double. You're doubling every 7 months. So that's the way I look at it. So you're doing good, man. You're doing good. I know you want everything at 10K and up. You want 20, 30. Look, everything to go viral. We've had these conversations, Andres. I know you want everything to go viral, but more realistically, every 6-7 months, double the views. Beat 'em ups. See, he's got such a wide, I'll show you guys. Beat 'em ups has a very wide, his views are all over. Now, he is a really big channel. So what happens when you're a really big channel? Let me give you an example of a channel that's always growing and keeps views consistently high. Unrelated. Linus Tech Tips. So 15.6 million. They're always growing. They're always gaining subscribers. They don't have to worry about not gaining subscribers. And look, 1.3 million, 1 mil, 2 mil, 1.4, 2.2, 1.3, 1.9, because they're measuring in millions of views. 2 million, 2.1, 1.9, 1.9. They'll occasionally have a spike video. Let me see what their spike video is. They'll hold on, because they're, as you see, they're doing between basically 1.5 and 2.5 million views a video. And yes, that's a huge shift, but they'll get a spike video too. Like if I organize their videos by most popular, you'll see, I mean, yeah, a lot of videos, but just trying to find one that was like in the last year. I know they have one here, like 2 years ago. This was 9.7 mil. 1 year, 8.9. So like they'll have a spike video once in a while, 8.3, 8.2. So again, they'll have a spike video once in a while, but they're very consistent and they're always growing. Okay. But then you'll look at like beat 'em ups. And dude, nothing against Wood, man. Cool dude. Never met him, but cool dude. His views, though, will fluctuate quite a bit. So you have 182,000 on his Tears of the Kingdom review. Now, one nice thing for him is it's an hour-long video. You can see I watched the whole thing. So what you'll notice is, even though this is lower views, he might have made way more money on this than he did on any of these other videos. Because it's so long, the average watch time on this might be like a half hour. So, that being said, even if it's only like 20 minutes, that's such a long average watch time. He probably made a lot of money on that. Anyways, 365, 386, 784. See, look at this. Look at this fluctuation going from 182 up to 784. Now, that's a pretty big fluctuation. I'm just getting an idea. So it looks like he bottoms down in like the 140s, 180s. So down in the 100s, spikes at 78. And sits right around 300 to 500. Okay. It's a wide variance compared to the numbers we're at. Okay. Here's a 1.1 mil spike. So I guess that, 1.4 mil spike. So he's got his spikes in there, but yeah, 300 to 500, go back 7 months ago, and 222, 839, 440, 329, 248, 291, 503, 227, 210, 282, 262, 205. He's got a lot of in the twos. He's got some in the threes. He's got a 94K. So in some ways you can say he's doing better. But what you'll notice is he doesn't upload very often. 2 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, month ago, 1 month, 1 month, 2 month, 2 month, 2 month, 2 month, 2 month, 3. I mean, what is this? 4 videos in a month? So he doesn't upload as often. Now he used to upload way more. Because like, look, we barely scrolled down and we're at 7 months. There was a time when he uploaded way more. I feel like there was a period where he was getting way more views too. Yeah. I mean, getting Mill back here. 178, 330. I mean, look at this. This is 3 years ago. And look at the numbers he was doing. 2.4 mil. I mean, so like I would say it's safe to say that he hasn't, even though he's like a, you know, creeping up to 2 million subscribers, I wouldn't say that his views have really gotten better. Like, if you look at 3 years ago, I mean, you know, I just don't really see a growth where, like, if I was at his level right now, if I was at 1.7 million subscribers, dude, all my videos better be getting 500K plus. My goal would be every video gets 500K plus. Now, it's easy to say that when I'm not there, and I doubt he cares. You want to know why he doesn't care? You know how much money you make on these views? Like, he doesn't have to care. Look, when you're getting 200, 300, 400K a video, you really, at some point, the money just doesn't matter. And you might not care about growing. He doesn't have a very big team. He's got an editor himself and his wife. He doesn't have a big team. So at some point, you might get so big that you just don't care about growing anymore. And I think that's probably what happened to him years ago. As Beat 'em Ups got so popular and got so many views and was making so much money, he just stopped caring to grow. Now, my personal take is I want to keep growing. I don't want to stop growing because I have other plans. I have other channels I want to launch. I have other teams I want to build. So if I was at his level, I would still want to keep growing because there's more things I'd want to do. But that's not everyone's like that, where they have other things they want to do. Now, someone asked me, how much do you make on like 400K? So I don't know if I have any videos that I could show that with. Let's look at some of my biggest ones here. Let's see. I don't think ads were turned on. We didn't have ads at that time. That's the problem. Like, here, we had ads on this one, I think. Here's 320K on an 8-minute video. Definitely had ads because I made sure it was 8 minutes. So let's see what this one did. 4 years ago. It's last 28 days since uploaded. There you go. So, you know, you get $450, $500 a video. And that's not counting that, you know, if you're getting that every video, you're getting views every day. So you're just, plus he does live streams on Twitch. Plus he's got sponsors. Now, granted, that was 4 years ago. Ads, you actually make more on ads now than back then. So I'm actually kind of curious. Shorts. Okay. I'm actually kind of curious if I have something more recent. Like, that was 450. Like, what this one do? This was this year, 178,000. How'd this do compared to them? Remember, that last one was 450 for 300 plus K. Told you, you make more today. So if I made one on 178, let's say Beat 'em Ups doubles that, he made $1,000 basically on a video today. Like I told you, the ad revenue is bigger today than 4 years ago. So I just made that same 450 on less views. Yeah. So kind of gives you an idea that he's probably making close to $1,000 on average a video, if not more. and that's without sponsors. So, yeah. So, and it's interesting. You know, it's just behind the scenes stuff. So he's doing well for himself. Yeah, a grand a video. That's good. It's very good. It's very good. Do Nintendo Land. See if they're growing. Hey, I mean, dude, you do this last year. I was shrinking, so I'm not like perfect at any stretch of the word. I try and hope it works out. Nintendo Land's good. I like Nintendo Land. Put more ads in your video. I'm not going to force more ads on YouTube. YouTube already right now does the ad. And Nintendo Podcast Patreon gets 5,000 a month. Yeah, I know. Their podcast gets a lot of money. The Nintendo Podcast. Their Patreon's massive on that. Yeah. And I don't even think they have ads turned on. I don't think I've ever seen an ad. Let me check. I don't have. Let me click on their most recent episode. Do they have ads? No, they do not have ads on their podcast.
He's silently counting.
So there's no ads. Now that was a stream one though. Let me find one that wasn't streamed. There should have been ads though. Yeah, no. So they don't run ads on their YouTube channel for it. So they're not. So even though they're getting like these 46, 43, 42. I know roughly what that would make with hour-long shows. But they're not running ads. So they're running this show off of Patreon only, and Patreon's making it so they don't need ads. So I don't know how they split the money or how it works, because obviously Bob and Beat 'em Ups make plenty of money. So chances are they use that money for like the production team, editing. They probably pay an editor and a producer to be there to manage the audio and stuff during the show. So, yeah. They probably, I wouldn't be surprised if Bob and Beat 'em Ups basically don't take any of the money from that Patreon, because neither one of them need it. What about HMK? Oh, HMK. I feel bad for HMK. He probably doesn't care. He makes a decent amount streaming. HMK is a good buddy of mine. Know him personally. But yeah, he 170K subscribers, but he doesn't. His views are not. I would say not fantastic. Today, you see 3.9, 6.2, 1.8, 4.3, 10, 6.8, 3.1, 10, 6.9, 8.4. I mean, this is a Nintendo Direct. 7.8, 21, 3.5, 10. So like I'm doing more views on average than he is. I mean, I would say, heck, Andres Restart might be doing more views on average than him. But then you go back 7 months ago, and I mean, look, 9 days, 5.6, 8.1, 12, 11, 9.2. There's a low one. 5.5, 13, 44, 5.8, 39, 6.2, 14. So he's shrunk. And that's fine. He basically peaked, and I think he's kind of good with it. He does have a pretty decent following over on Twitch. He does a lot of Twitch streams. Yeah, he's got 41.4K on his Twitch streams, as he does quite a few of them. 7 hours ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 7 days ago. He does a lot of streams. And you'll see these viewership counts don't matter. These are like you're seeing 48 here, you're seeing 800. That's not how many. That's VOD views, video on demand views. That's not how many views the actual stream got. But like, I mean, see his chat going there. He does very well. I don't know how many subs he has, but he does very well on Twitch. See, he's got all these sponsorships, these partners, GamerSups, eWin, Elgato, Twitch Prime. Yeah. So he's got a bunch of sponsorships, and he does very well on Twitch. So he probably makes most of his money on Twitch these days rather than YouTube, which is fine, because dude, who doesn't want to make money playing video games, man? If I was good enough at playing video games, people would probably watch me. But I suck at video games, so people don't watch me. Yeah, they have and we don't know. I have no idea. See, I don't really like to speculate on what sponsorship deals are like for the Nintendo podcast or beat 'em ups. I have no idea. When you're at the level they're at, I don't even know what a sponsorship deal looks like. Like, what are they saying yes to at their level? I know what I charge at my level. I'm trying to imagine if I got this sort of views they did, like, what would a sponsorship deal look like for me? Like, what would I be charging? You know, Mr. Beast has spoken about how he's got a problem at his level. Mr. Beast, you know, basically the biggest content creator in the world. And his problem is if a sponsorship comes at him and offers like 2 million, there's only so many companies that can pay that amount of money. He brought this up on a podcast. He said he's run into a problem where his channel's so big that the level of sponsorship per video that his videos are worth, most can't afford it. He's literally charging Super Bowl commercial money. And there's very few people that can pay that. Very few companies that can pay that. So he said he's actually run into a problem where he's had a very difficult time getting sponsors that can pay the value of the video. It's crazy, man. Imagining getting to a point where your channel's so big you've outpaced the wallets of sponsors. That's insane, man. Scott the Waz and Arlo. We'll take one glance. We'll glance at both quick view wise, and then we'll wrap up the stream. That's going to be it for me. Well, let's glance at Arlo. Let's see what he's doing. So, man, he's actually uploaded quite a bit this week. Yeah, you know why. We know why. I mean, there's Mario Kart 8 and stuff. And Pikmin 4. Come on, we know what's up. Pikmin, yeah. Impressions, yeah. Anyways. 61, 83, 134, 236, 168, 160. Well, this is like a podcast, I suppose. So we'll discount the podcast because that's an abnormal content for him. So 83, 134, 236, 168, 160, 277, 187, 246, 278, 256, 68. That we'll discount that. That's one of his typical videos, I guess. So I would say, outside of like a video like this, these long ones, it looks like he bottoms out around 130, 140-ish range. And he tops out about 280, probably averages around 200,000 a video. I'm going to go 7 months ago. Let's see. 198, 170, 541. That was a review of Pikmin. 115, 136, 172, 152, 184. 440, 577, 45, 202, 142. So he's peaking higher, but I would say his average views are about the same. He's peaking higher, but his average videos are in the 100K range or 150, 180K range. So I would say he's peaking higher, so his averages probably work out to the same, but he's probably getting more views per video today. Just kind of looking. Yeah, 236, 277, 246, 278, 265. Like, he's probably getting more views average per video. But I mean, it's close. I would say he's pretty much stagnated. What's the subscriber still at? 673. Can go here. Let's see here. I mean, he hasn't gained 1,000 subscribers at all this month yet. Where's his subscriber? Monthly gain subscribers. 7,000, 5,000, 3,000. I mean, it's pretty consistent. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty consistent. He's had a couple spikes here last year, but it's pretty consistent. I mean, it looks like he had an up year last year and a bit of a down year this year, subscriber growth wise. So he hasn't grown as much this year as last year. Oh wait, no, this is last year, because if this is January 22, no, so last year was a down year. This year looks like it's back on the rise. Last year was a down year for him. The year before was an up year. You can kind of see with subscriber growth. And then I can glance at Scott the Woz. By the way, what happens is you get to a certain and you're what you're seeing like RGT, or you're seeing this with Spawn Wave, Arlo, probably Scott the Woz, beat 'em ups. Like when you get to a certain size, sometimes you're just happy there. Like you're not really trying to grow anymore. So you slow down and you're just sort of happy with where you're at. Anyways, 2.4, 482. That probably didn't feel good. That's the best of Scott the Woz, I suppose. 1.1, 1.3, 1 mil, 1.1, 1 mil, 1 mil. 236, 1.5, 307, 1.5, 3 mil, 1.8, 1.5, 2 mil, 1.6, 2 mil, 4 mil, 1.6, 1.4. I mean, it's just kind of consistent in here every now and then a 4 mil. Otherwise, like in the 1 mil, 1.5. You can argue he might be doing slightly less views because this is like 1.1, 1.3, 1, 1.1. 1. So you could argue he's probably getting a little bit less views overall, but pretty consistent. I mean, you know, he's basically doing Linus Tech Tip numbers, except Linus does that every day versus, you know, like once a month or once every few months. But I'm not a YouTube expert. This is just how I measure. Oh, God, really? I got it, mods. Don't worry. The mods are probably gone. All right, well, that's going to do it for the stream anyways. Ban that guy. Have a good rest of your night, guys. We'll catch you in the next video tomorrow sometime.